football on the last weekend in October. Trick or treat? With their sights set on bowl eligibility, the University of Hawaii Warriors return home to Aloha Stadium for a critical Western Athletic Conference matchup against the Wolfpack of Nevada. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Leahy. Welcome to our coverage of University of Hawaii football. When Hawaii takes the field tonight, they will be up against a Nevada team that comes in 4-3 and has a very interesting story to tell. First of all, their quarterback, Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick has scored 21 touchdowns this year. 10 by passing, 11 by rushing. He is fourth in passing in the WAC. He is third in rushing. And then what about the story of Vai Taua? Taua comes into this game, and he takes the place of the first two running backs who had to leave the roster because of injury. Well, he's done a terrific job. 4 100-yard games. He is second in rushing in the WAC, and he averages 105 yards a game. And Nevada as a team, they lead in scoring, they lead in rushing, and they lead in rushing defense. In fact, they're second in the country in that category. But amazingly, they are last in the nation in passing defense. And Russell Yamanoha joining me now. Russ, that seems to open up the possibilities for the University of Hawaii.
It does, and it puts the pressure squarely on the quarterback position for Hawaii. Inoke Funaki, when you look at the numbers about Nevada being last in pass defense, you figure he's going to have to put the ball in the air for Hawaii to have some success tonight. And one guy that has sort of fallen off the radar, and for sure Hawaii fans have been asking about him, is Tyler Graunke. Now, Greg McMackin, the Hawaii head coach, said he was going to mix things up this week in practice. He did that. Could we see Tyler Graunke here tonight make his return against the Nevada Wolfpack? That remains to be seen. Also, another change you can expect to see tonight is Ryan Mutan, number 2. He's made his name as a defensive back, one of the best defensive players for Hawaii. But when a team needs some spark on offense, you put your athletes on the field, you put them in position to make plays. There's some injuries over on the offensive side, and we could see Ryan Mutan make his debut over on the offensive side tonight for the University of Hawaii. If so, that would be a big boost for this offense if he can get on track.
That's for sure. It will be a maximum effort game on the part of both teams. Nevada 4-3, Hawaii 3-4. Kickoff coming up.
What goes into
Welcome back to Aloha Stadium. The keys to the game this evening are sponsored by Kaiser Permanente. Live well, be well, and thrive.
Well, for Nevada, the key for the game is to be on alert, because Hawaii will come out with some different looks tonight. Greg McMackin said he needed to shake it up, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So Nevada needs to be on alert watch tonight, because Hawaii almost for sure will come out with something different that Nevada might not have seen before. And for Hawaii, it's disarm the pistol. Nevada comes out with that pistol offense where the quarterback lines up in a semi-shotgun 3 yards off the center. The running back 4 yards behind him. They come out with the pistol offense, they like to call it. It's been very effective, especially running the football. And Hawaii will have their hands full tonight as they try to disarm that pistol.
Greg McMackin in his first year at the University of Hawaii. Hawaii is 3-4. They are 2-2 in the conference. McMackin earlier this week said, we've got to do something different. We've got to shake things up a bit. We've got to look at our personnel and make some changes. We've got to show Nevada something they haven't seen before. And they have worked very hard in closed practices, closed to the public.
And a little bit of a break in the scheduling, a long week for Hawaii. Boise State was the last game, a loss up in Boise for Hawaii. That was last Friday. So Hawaii with an extra day to work on this pistol offense for Nevada.
Head coach for Nevada is Chris Ault. He is in his 24th year. He is a member of the College Football Hall of Fame. He has a record of 195, 88, and 1. And Ault is not a pleasant man on the sideline.
Look at that shot of him there on the left side of your screen. That's actually smiling there.
A little bit, huh? But
you won't see that much.
Yeah, but he then wallows in arrogance when he has his own policeman again escort him out like, somebody in Hawaii is, we're not citizens or we're not part of the country.
And when Jim says Chris Ault will not take much, he's exactly right, because last week in the game against Utah State, right before game time, and a minute before game time, he decided that his quarterback, Kaepernick, wasn't mentally prepared, as he put it, to go into the ball game, so he made a last-minute decision to switch to the backup quarterback. And Chris Ault is just that kind of guy. Everything needs to be perfect in his way, or it's going to be the highway.
Hawaii was able to win the toss. They elected to defer until the second half. Nevada will have the first crack at it offensively, and Hawaii will defend the north goal here at Aloha Stadium. Kicking off for Hawaii will be Dan Kelly.
Boy, a lot of fog coming into the stadium today, and the pregame smoke in the pageantry before the game's not helping matters much. It's one of those nights with a low ceiling, as they like to say. The clouds, a lot of rain before kickoff. The clouds very low coming in as you came out of the valley, out of Halawa Valley into Aloha Stadium. The stadium obscured by a little bit of fog, so the weather, not the normal weather we see here at Aloha Stadium.
Kelly kicks off, and it will go to Brian Flood. He takes it at the 6. He's hit. May have fumbled the ball. May have fumbled the ball. Big hit there by C.J. Allen Jones.
For this Hawaii teams, the special teams unit sets the table. This is a big ball game for Hawaii, especially coming off that loss against Boise State. And right off the bat, a big hit to get things started. Now let's see how Hawaii can respond here on defense against this pistol.
Colin Kaepernick is the quarterback. 105 of 168, 62% completion average. 1,348 yards, 10 touchdowns. He has thrown 4 interceptions, and he has rushed for 613 yards and has scored 11 touchdowns. First play up the middle, big gain, and with it is Taua. Vai Taua, 5'10", 225. The sophomore second in the WAC as far as rushing is concerned. He has scored 9 touchdowns. Starting lineup sponsored by Hawaiian Tel Federal Credit Union, where membership is open to all island residents. Helimai, you belong. First down for Nevada. So they explore the Warriors secondary right away, and they advance the ball to the 27. Again, the pistol. Taua, the single setback. It is Taua trying to explore the end. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard. Good job by the Hawaii secondary coming up to block his intentions. There you see the Hawaii defense. Bekuni, Laele, Leonard, and Funoti on that defensive front. Then the linebackers, Kiso Kauhani Elimimian, who needs 3 tackles to tie the all-time mark set by Levi Stanley. And there are the defensive backs. Second down, about 8.5. The ball at the 29. Kaepernick hands it straight up the middle to Taua. Taua gets to the 33. Gain of 4 on the play. That will bring up third down. David Vekuni out of Wahiawa went to Fresno City College before coming to the University of Hawaii. First team all-WAC from 2007. He has 42 tackles on the season. He is second. And he leads the team in solo tackles with 20. Third down. Third down and 4. They reposition Taua. Quick pass. That is incomplete. That was intended for Mike McCoy, one of the tight ends. That'll bring up fourth down, and Nevada will have to punt it away. Punting for Nevada is Brad Langley. 25 punts, 44.2 yard average, 77 long, so he can really put his foot to it. Aaron Bain is deep. Bain out of St. Louis School, standing back at about the 21. There's the punt. A wobbler comes up, taken by Bain at the 30. Bain gets a block. He's at the 40. And Bain hit from behind as he crosses the 42. 37-yard punt, 12-yard return.
That was a low punt. You figured that the return man for Hawaii would have some time there, but some great return pressure, coverage pressure by Nevada.
Inoke Funaki, the quarterback, 988 yards in passing, 5 touchdowns, but 11 interceptions. 62 carries, 191 yards rushing. He has 1 touchdown. That came against Fresno State. First down, the ball at the 42-yard line. Funaki looking left, now checks off, looks over the middle, throws, and that is incomplete. It was intended to Ryan Mouton. Mouton coming over from the defense. That's the first time that he has lined up in the slot this season. There's the offensive line. Kia, Ginlach, Estes, Tiote Mariner, and Steinhoff. And then the skill position, Salas, Washington, Bain, Lane, and Libre. And don't forget Mouton will come in and be in the slot. Second down and 10 from the 42 for Hawaii. Libre back there with Funaki. This is Libre. Libre back to the line of scrimmage, may even have lost a yard. The Nevada defense, they are right up there, second in the country as far as defending the rush. They are last in the country in defending the pass. I find that to be, mind-boggling.
Feast or famine for the Wolfpack defense.
So a big third down play for Hawaii just underway. Salas will be flanked to the left. Mouton sets up in the slot to the right. Mouton goes in motion. They fake the handoff to him. In trouble is Funaki. They sack him. Funaki was sacked 5 times last week at Boise State. Kevin Raspid got him. Raspid, 7.5 tackles. He leads Nevada in tackles for loss.
And Hawaii tried to go with the quick end around off the shotgun there. And with the changes they made on offense, Ryan Mouton being in there, it's going to take a little bit of game time before this offense will start to click. They're going to have to get used to each other, especially with Mouton in there making a move over from the defense.
4th down and 13. There's the punt by Grasso. Ball is taken and hit immediately is Antoine Thompson. 36-yard punt, no return.
There's a flag down.
Dead ball, delay, dancing the ball after a fair catch signal, 5 yards, first down.
So 5-yard penalty against Nevada. Gee, you know when you do that, that's cheating. You're not supposed to do that.
Well, see, the fair catch call is you put the hand over your head and wave it a couple of times. And it's questionable if they did that.
Working for a healthier Hawaii. For Nevada, Luke Lippincott out for the season. And for the Warriors, Kealoha Polaris, they say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe longer. Sprained foot.
Lippincott, the leading rusher in the Western Athletic Conference last year. Big loss for Nevada, but so far they've done just fine without him.
Triple wide receiver lines up to the right. Tawa behind Kaepernick. It is Tawa hit at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage being the 24. Maybe he was able to sashay for a yard. That's it. Solomon Elamimian.
And John Fonoti on the right side. Right defensive end spot. Stayed at home. Saw the play break away from him and chased it down from the back with some help from Elamimian. And this Hawaii defense, they're going to have to play some ball tonight against this Nevada offense. If Hawaii's going to have a chance, the defense is going to have to stand them up.
Second down. 9.5. Kaepernick to throw. In the pocket. He hit him behind the line of scrimmage. That will go as a sack. Elamimian was there along with R.J. Kiesel-Kauhanu.
And Virgil Green, tight end over on the right side, practically tackled the blitzing linebacker for Hawaii. He even looked back. I don't know if you see it here, but he'll look back at the referee to see if the flag is coming. Number 85. Watch him. You see him look back? That's a clear-cut sign that he held the guy when he looks back at the official to see if a flag's coming, but there was no flag, and a big third down and long now for this Hawaii D.
Third down and 10. Ball at the 24. And Kaepernick goes down. He fumbles the ball, and it is picked up. Will it be a touchdown? It will be. John Funaki. David Vekuni got to him. And then John Funaki watched the ball go end over end over end, and finally timed it. Fumbled it again, picked it up at the 10, but he had nothing but teammates around him, and he scores the touchdown.
Fonoti coming from that right defensive end position, stayed with it the entire way. The defensive pressure up front, the strip of the football, and Fonoti coming from the right side all the way across the field, gets the fumble after a couple of pushes and gets a quick 6 for Hawaii.
Extra point is good. So Hawaii shockingly quick on their defense. They knock the ball loose, and John Funaki has a thrill.
Lots of choices here.
It's confusing.
Look, most major sports are shot on Sony HD cameras.
So if sports are shot on a Sony, shouldn't you watch them on one?
Yes. I don't really like sports.
Nothing's better for sports than a Sony Bravia HD TV. High definition. It's in Sony's DNA.
KHNL News 8 saves you money. Now you can eat out and just pay half. Watch KHNL News 8 today, every Thursday at 6:35 a.m. for the featured restaurant. Then log on to KHNL.com and click on the Just Pay Half icon to purchase a $50 gift certificate for just $25. If you want to feature your restaurant on Just Pay Half, give us a call at 847-9308.
This is how you play team defense right here. David Vekuna getting in there just enough to strip the ball away. John Fonoti coming from the other side, stays with it, knocks the ball around a little bit, and with a little escort from his defensive line mates, Fonoti takes it in, and that's exactly what Hawaii needs. This Hawaii defense, we talked about it earlier, the defense needs to take an offensive mindset where they come out and at least try to pick up 1 or 2 scores in a ball game. They have 1 in the books now. Hawaii up 7-0 on Nevada on a shocked Wolfpack squad.
There's a kickoff by Kelly, taken at the goal line by Flood. Skips in through the interference, gets out over the 25, close to the 30-yard line. Good forceful run. Tackle made that time by Silva of Hawaii, Mana Silva. Out of Hilo, went to Kamehameha, Hawaii. Transfer from Oregon State. First down for Nevada. And they have been shocked.
They have been. The first offensive series, Hawaii able to get a stop. Not a 3-and-out, but they did get a quick stop on Nevada's first possession. Second possession, the quick turnover, and the quick 6. This defense is playing some inspired football right here.
First down for Nevada at their own 30-yard line. Tawa behind Kaepernick. Kaepernick, early in the game, he's had his troubles. Kaepernick gives it to Tawa, trying to turn the corner. Tawa does turn the corner at the 30, but only gets to the 34, and then they mash it. Solomon Ilomimian, who just became the leading tackler in the history of University of Hawaii football.
That's the way to set the record. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it in style, and Solomon Ilomimian did it right there. Some good team defense by Hawaii. Watch them string it out right here. I believe it's Eric Robinson stringing it out, trying to turn the play to the inside. Couldn't do it, but his teammates able to get there, and you saw Solomon coming in with the lumber. Check this hit. That is how you play football.
Gain of about 3.5 yards, second down. The ball at the 34-yard line. Elimimian now 367 total tackles. Kaepernick throws. That is complete. And that is complete to Virgil Green, the tight end. So Green catches his 11th pass of the season. Calvin Roberts there to make the tackle.
And that's the problem with this pistol. When you look at it from a defensive standpoint, the setup is the same every time. That mini shotgun that Kaepernick gets in, that time a good play fake by him, rolls out, buys himself some time, and completes the pass, hits up a third and very short.
Third and about a foot. Kaepernick. Look out. Kaepernick out in front. They're not going to catch him. That is a touchdown. Brilliantly conceived play. And Kaepernick with the absolute great fake on that play to Tawa. Hawaii looking on the inside on third and about a foot. 61-yard touchdown. That is his 12th touchdown jaunt rushing. Kaepernick.
Well, watch that play fake. I mean, everybody in the stadium thought Tawa had it up the middle. By the time the Hawaii defense reacted, Kaepernick had 3-4 steps in the defense. And quick strike right back. Here comes the pack.
Jekyll in to try the extra point. And he drills it. Things changed quickly so far in this game. 8:08 left to play in the first quarter. We're tied at 7.
You know you're a true Outback fan when you think great coverage is crispy bacon wrapped around a filet on our mixed grill with sweet shrimp and sautéed scallops. You think a winning catch is our pecan-crusted trout, candied pecans drizzled with butter sauce. Let's go Outback tonight. One of our new fan favorites for a limited time. Let's go Outback tonight. Crave on.
So, what's your job been like lately? Are you juggling too many tasks? And the boss keeps giving you more and more to do? Time to find a new career with JobLink 8 at KHNL.com. With hundreds of job listings and top-notch employers, you can post your resume and be on your way to a great new job. So get on the ball today. JobLink 8 at KHNL.com.
It's a celebration unlike any before. A Halloween Hullabaloo in downtown Honolulu on Friday, October 31st. Starting at 5:30, Nu'uanu Avenue will transform into a dreamland filled with thousands of costume crazies and pulsating rhythms from Brett Dennen, Papa Molly, and more. Then at 10, 3 euphoric concerts will erupt featuring Maceo Parker, Mad Professor, and the Helios Sequence.
Tune in to KHNL's Morning Show this week to see performances by Brett Dennen, Mad Professor, the Helios Sequence, and more. Visit hullabaloo.com for more info and a chance to win free inter-island airfare, no purchase necessary.
The record book is sponsored by Hawaiian Airlines. Only one airline is Hawaiian. Well, congratulations to Solomon Elimimian. 367 tackles. And he goes by Levi Stanley, who played for the University of Hawaii in 1969 until 1972 and led the group of players known as Levi's Army. He had 366, and that record stood for a long time.
It's Solomon Elimimian right now 4th in the nation as far as total tackles among active players. So he's had a very productive defensive career for the University of Hawaii.
Malcolm Lane and Richard Torres. Deep Jekyll with the kickoff. That ball bounces and then goes out of bounds. That'll be a penalty on Nevada.
Free kick out of bounds. Ball replaced at the 40-yard line.
Referee tonight is Gerald Wright. George Gutsman also on the crew. He is a local official and I shouldn't say local official. He happens to be from Hawaii, but he referees in the big time, Division I all over.
Here comes Tyler.
Tyler Graunke has come in. And David Farmer back there with him. So Graunke appearing. Looking. Has time. Throws. That is incomplete. Taking his eyes off it at that time was Ryan Mouton. Now remember, Mouton coming over from the defense. Credit the offensive line that time. You know, we've maligned the offensive line, but that time, I mean, his savings account could have matured before he threw the ball.
And Tyler Graunke got injured a few games ago, I believe against Oregon State. Had a brief appearance since then, but then he just fell off the chart. He's now not even listed as second on the depth chart behind Inoke Funaki. Greg Alexander is, but he's the most experienced quarterback they have. It's Tyler Graunke, a senior, and here he is with a chance to show what he can do.
368 yards last year, 3 touchdowns, 2 of them passing, 1 rushing and end-around attempt. To Ryan Mouton, Mondre Clifton out of San Diego, California, there to close the door on him as he tried to come around the corner. Clifton, by the way, 805 pounds in the squat lift. He's the strongest player on the Wolfpack team. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for Hawaii. So Hawaii now, with Graunke in there, goes back to a 100% run and shoot team. Triple wide receiver lines up to the left side. Ball is at the 40. 3rd down, 10. Graunke, low snap, picks it up, in trouble, steps out of it, now is sacked. That is the 2nd sack for Hawaii in this game. That'll bring up 4th down. Hawaii will have to punt it away.
That series of offensive plays right there will not make the postseason highlight reel for this Hawaii squad. That drive never got going. They brought in Tyler Graunke. He had a great game against Nevada last year up at Mackey Stadium in Reno, leading Hawaii to helping Hawaii to a win up there against the Wolfpack. But right now he comes in here to try to give a spark to this Hawaii offense, and it just did not materialize on that possession.
Dante Moak credited with the sack. That is his 6th of the season. Brasso's punt. Bounces, takes a Hawaii roll. A little tumble here. Inside the 10, all the way to the 5-yard line. 55-yard punt and no return.
AstroTurf, field turf in this case, a punter's best friend.
The Jack Fact is sponsored by Jack in the Box. Try Jack's new sirloin steak and egg burrito only at Jack in the Box, where breakfast is served all day. Reno, Nevada, University of Nevada. 17,000, founded in 1874. Play out of Mackey Stadium, an excellent venue for football. And there you see their website address, which is really a redundancy. There you see their website.
The route to the website. And Mackey Stadium actually has a place for visiting TV teams.
Courtney Randall has come in as the running back. He gets the call, is hit at the line of scrimmage, and dumped right at the 5-yard line. Big play by Satelli. Brashton Satelli. Satelli had been playing in the middle. Now he's back on the side as far as the 3 linebackers are concerned.
He comes in, finds himself not necessarily a gap there, but he slices his way through, and he's a stout linebacker. He's got a good pop behind him. Comes through and puts a good hat on the ball carrier and drops him.
Rain descending. Fans have gone to their rain gear. 2nd down and 10 from the 5, from the end zone. Kaepernick looking up the sideline. Now throws up the sideline. It is incomplete. Threw it well behind the intended receiver, Chris Wellington. Good pressure that time by Vaughn Meatonga out of Kalahari. 6'2", 305-pound senior as you look at Kaepernick. Kaepernick, it's one of those phenoms. When you think about what his potential is in the National Football League, his potential to run and pass, many have compared him, especially in the college era, of Vince Young.
Both about the same height. Kaepernick goes 6'6". Vince Young was 6'5", but that's where it ends. Just Young's 235, Kaepernick's 215.
3rd down and 10. Delay up the middle and to the 10-yard line, almost to the 15, but short of the 1st down. Hawaii finally corrals him, and there may be a fight for the ball on the bottom of that pile. may have a loose ball getting up very slowly. You will notice tonight that Hawaii is wearing their green travel pants, football pants. It's the first time they've done that. Maybe just to shake things up.
Just a drop play.
Siuka Tufunga, Solomon Ilimimi, and finally tracking.
Solomon Ilimimi showing how to get off a blocker right there. The blocker even held him a little bit, but Ilimimi staying with it, able to affect the flight plan of the ball carrier. Sets up a fourth down.
Langley gets the punt away. Lands at midfield, takes a Hawaii bounce, and finally is wrapped up there. Dante Moak finally fell on the ball. 36-yard punt and no return. So Hawaii with excellent field position when they come back, and it will be, let's take a look, it's apparently going to be Graunke as he comes trotting out. Rain is falling steadily now, and you wonder on this field turf if it has any kind, and it is not Graunke, it's going to be Funaki. But you wonder if the field turf has any kind of real effect on the passing game. Hawaii loves to throw the ball. David Farmer adjacent in the backfield. Funaki throws, that is thrown high, and slipping was Washington. We just mentioned that. Does this field get a little slippery when the rain comes down? There was an example of it right there. It was intended for Washington, and that ball thrown high, almost intercepted.
Yeah, thrown a little bit behind Washington. We'll see it right here. He actually tries to put the brakes on. Two defenders for Nevada right in that area. And you're right, the rain is coming down very hard right now, and you got to wonder if that's going to affect the passing game. Another second and long for Hawaii.
Three wide receivers to the left. Funaki looks, throws up the sideline. He wants Malcolm Lane. Malcolm Lane turns but cannot hold on. Good pressure that time by Mike Evans for Nevada.
Malcolm Lane, if he had gotten that catch, would have been a great catch. He also pushed off a little bit to try to buy himself some space. No call from the officials right there. They're out there letting him play.
It's amazing, isn't it? You read in the paper this morning about the drought, and it's rained all day. Farmer in the backfield along with Funaki. They're down and 10. Funaki dancing, trying to run, and it closes in on him at the 49-yard line of Nevada. That will bring a fourth down. Adam Lorenzo there to make the stop. Lorenzo plays spot duty on that defense for Nevada.
We mentioned it before. Funaki's great when the play breaks down. It does right here on him. Thought about taking off with it earlier, but because it was a third and long situation, pulled it back, trying to buy himself some time to get a pass off, but Nevada quick to react.
Now Hawaii comes out in what looks like a punt formation, but it wasn't really a punt formation because all of a sudden they were lining up wide receivers while Grasso was going back to punt the ball, and Nevada panicked, called the timeout.
So far in the early going, Hawaii trying to come up with anything to jumpstart this offense that just kind of went into hibernation against Boise State last week up on the road. We saw Ryan Luton in the game. We've already seen a platoon situation with the quarterbacks as far as Graunke and Funaki goes. That the strange formation right there on the punt attempt. But right now, Hawaii, save for that defensive touchdown that gave Hawaii their 7 points. Right now, the offense is stuck in neutral. Hawaii minus 2 yards. Minus 2 yards of offense so far on 9 plays.
Nevada.
That's not neutral, that's reverse.
Nevada, 13 plays, 83 yards. Of course, that 61-yard touchdown run by Kaepernick. There's the punt by Grasso. No fair catch, another bounce inside the 5-yard line, trying to save it, and they do. Joe Pierre Davis Joe Pierre Davis, like a jet, got to the ball. 47-yard punt, no return.
Watch him stay with it. All he has to do is keep that ball from crossing the plane of the goal line. He knocks it back, and that's a great special teams play. Second time in this first quarter that Hawaii, on a punting situation, able to keep Nevada deep in their own end of the field.
So the Wolfpack pinned, and what Hawaii hopes is a pen. Ball at the 2-yard line.
That's a tough place to start a drive.
Vaitaua has come back in as running back. Kaepernick turns, and a whistle blows, and we have a false start, I believe.
Hurry snap, false start.
Maybe on Dominic Green, the center, he may have slipped in snapping the ball. You never can tell in the rain.
With the ball in the 2, half the distance to the goal. Not too much of a hassle there. Sets up 1st and 11.
Kaepernick still with it, throws, and that's incomplete. The ball was thrown high, and it went off the intended receiver, Jamil Dowling, covering on the play for Hawaii. Marco Mitchell, the intended receiver for Nevada.
Yeah, the Hawaii defense playing far off the line of scrimmage that time, but in the rain, ball has to be right there. It was a little high, and the receiver for Nevada not able to come down with it.
3:21 left to play in the first period. We're tied at 7. Kaepernick audibilizing. Taua, single setback. It is Taua. Breaks a tackle, breaks another, into the secondary, crosses the 5 to about the 7-yard line. And finally, the black shirts halt his progress. Vekuni and Adam Leonard.
It's going to show up in the stat book as a simple gain, but this is a great play by Taua. Watch him not once right there, but twice. Avoid the safety, and he gets a little bit of yardage. That saves a couple of points against his team, and Hawaii would have gotten the ball back, but right now, that play keeps Nevada out of a bad situation.
They're down 6.5. The ball at the 7-yard line for the Wolfpack. Kaepernick back to the end zone, lays the ball off to Taua, and Taua is corralled and dropped for a loss. John Fonoti, Solomon Alamimian. Outstanding defensive play by Hawaii.
That time Hawaii came with the blitz. They came right up the middle. Nevada let them go through on a screen to the bubble screen to the near side, but Hawaii with great team speed on that defensive side, able to chase the play down. They almost got Taua again in the end zone, but he gets out to about the 2-yard line, and Nevada stuck on that drive right there.
Brett Jekyll will punt. His heels on the back end of the end zone. Waiting for the snap from center. He gets it. Gets the punt away. Excellent punt. Good hang time. Driving Bain back into his own territory. Takes it at the 43-yard line. Dances to the 45. Finally gets to the 50. He has some open space and is finally ankle tackled as he gets to the 45. Oh, he had visions. He had visions of taking that ball to the house.
Well, there's probably going to be a block in the back here somewhere against Hawaii, I believe. That's going to set them back, but a great job by Bain in the rain, looking up into the lights, into the rain, to hang on to the football. Plus, he was in a deep back pedal because the punt was terrific by Jekyll.
There you see the holding on Hawaii. There you see Bain coming to the near sidelines, and if that's a block in the back, that's a terrible call. Maybe it was there. Maybe it was there. But the tackle is made by Jared Silva Purcell, out of Honolulu, playing for Nevada, out of St. Louis. He's the cousin of Mel Purcell. Excellent play. So Hawaii, instead of having the ball in Nevada territory, starts at their own 39-yard line. Tyler Graunke is back in at quarterback.
Yeah, so it looks like McMackin's going to go with the alternating series on the platoon system.
First down at the 39. Graunke in the pocket, now throws. Intercepted. Intercepted by James Michael Johnson. That's his first interception of the year. And for Graunke, that is his 4th interception and a turnover for Hawaii.
That time the offensive line gave him great protection. He had a couple of receivers downfield, thought about it, didn't do it right there, pump fake to him, but then he throws it right across the middle into triple coverage, it looks like. And that's the kind of play that will get Tyler Graunke back on the bench and not in a platoon system. This Hawaii offense right now is just not getting it done.
James Michael Johnson appeared that he was the spy. He was just waiting in open space, reading Graunke. First down, excellent field position now for Nevada. Kaepernick keeping, look out, 35-30, puts his head down, gets the first down, noses the ball to about the 27-yard line. Jamil Dowling finally halted his progress along with Eric Robinson. 13-yard pickup and a first down for Nevada.
In this pistol look, this play right here is just one of the basic bread and butter plays. Quarterback, basic option, reads the hole, doesn't like it, keeps it himself, takes it outside. Kaepernick's already scored on this once so far in this ball game. But Hawaii needs to get some pressure up there and mix that one up because that play is taking forever to develop for Nevada. If they can get some pressure back there, some penetration, they can mix that thing up.
First down at the 28. Tawa fumbles the ball. It's picked out of midair. Hawaii will have it at the 30-yard line. Dowling, Jamil Dowling.
That's one you can thank on the rain and a good solid hit by this Hawaii defense. Take a look at it again. Here's a straight handoff out of that pistol. The pop comes up right there. The ball slips out. It is raining hard here at Aloha Stadium. And a heads-up play by Dowling to keep his wits about him to come up with the rock right there at him.
Ball just came out.
Boy, and if he had some space to the outside, he would have been gone because that thing went right at him.
So a turnover. Second turnover for Nevada in this first quarter. 59 seconds left. Funaki is back in at quarterback. First down at the 29. Funaki looking, now throws long, up the sideline. It is incomplete. Having a step on the defender was Greg Salas. Salas comes into this game with 25 catches, 380 yards, 2 touchdowns, one against Florida, one against Boise State. And that was the first time that Hawaii tried to go to him in this game.
And Jim, we were talking about it earlier this week. Where has the over-the-middle passing game been for Hawaii? Where has that slot coming across the middle behind the linebackers so far? Twice in this game, Hawaii has tried it, both with bad results. Let's see if they try it again.
Second down and 10 from the 29. Hawaii moribund in its offense. Ball is given on a draw. They go nowhere. With it is Daniel Libre. And Libre may have gotten a couple of steps with the ball before he was met. Dante Moak again.
Yeah, he's the second leading tackler on this team, I believe. And this time he just takes Tuioti Mariner, number 51, right back in the backfield with him. Watch him come from the right side of the screen with Tuioti Mariner with him. He just drove him backwards. And when he got to the ball carrier, broke off and made the tackle.
Third down, 12 and a half. Triple wide receiver to the right. Funaki looking, turns the corner at the 30, trying for the first down, stumbles, leaps. Did he get it? That's the question.
Yeah, it looks like he did get it.
Kevin Baspet tripped him up. What an effort by Funaki.
It was. He goes with the full extension right here. When he comes off to the far side, it looks like he had some space, but the linebacker able to get him at the thigh. And look at the reach by Funaki to get the first down. That's just want-to right there. That's the kind of stuff you don't coach. That's just a guy trying to make a football play. The full extension to barely get the first down. James Michael Johnson, the linebacker for Nevada, able to push Funaki out, but not soon enough.
The first quarter ends as Hawaii gets its first down of the game. We're tied at 7.
The irresistible McDonald's iced coffee is now available in 2 delicious new flavors, caramel and sugar-free vanilla. Get yours today.
Introducing a new solution from Proactive if you're struggling with acne and dry skin. Order now and get the remarkably hydrating green tea moisturizer free with your 3-piece kit. It's lightweight, oil-free, and hydrates without clogging pores. It's your perfect moisturizer. No more dryness.
I've noticed that a lot of other moisturizers make my skin oily or they don't moisturize it enough. But green tea moisturizer really gives you the perfect balance.
Call now and order the amazing Proactive solution to heal your acne and help prevent future breakouts. And get the green tea moisturizer as an exclusive Proactive Extra. Yours free when you order Proactive for only $19.95. Guaranteed to work or your money back.
I love the green tea moisturizer. It's so light. My skin just feels nice and healthy.
Call 1-800-285-5921. Get a free upgrade to priority shipping.
Just a few quick clicks and you found the directions you needed. Or that recipe you wanted. And now, just one click gets you everything you need to advance your career and increase your salary. Earn My Degree features hundreds of online degrees in business administration, education, nursing, and more. Online degrees are fast, flexible, and convenient, perfect for busy professionals like you. You can browse by subject, degree, or school, and Earn My Degree will help find the perfect online program for you. And with 24/7 online convenience, you can earn your degree whenever, wherever you like, in as little as 10 months. Earn My Degree even includes valuable career, education, and financial information. It's everything you need to move ahead online. We've done all the legwork for you, so all you have to do is click. Visit Earn My Degree today. Go to the web address on your screen right now.
Here's a winning combination, Warrior Football and Outback Steakhouse. This season, catch all of the University of Hawaii football action live at your neighborhood Outback and try their new Aussie autumn specials like the bacon-wrapped filet and seafood mixed grill. That leap by Funaki, that 13-yard gain in the first quarter, when you add it all up, Hawaii's offense went for only 9 yards.
Kept them out of the red.
First down at the 40-yard line. Funaki looking, winds up, throws it. That is incomplete. We may have an interference call. It was intended for Ryan Mouton, and Kevin Grimes was covering him on the play.
The offensive line stepping it up big time in this game. As you take a look at Mouton, get to the outside. That's what speed gets you. And if they're going to call that on Nevada, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
That is a tough call if that goes against the pack.
I thought that was a bad call on Nevada. I mean, if you're going to call him right. So you can see, you can see Chris Ault. Come on, and Chris Ault has a case here. He has a case. Very little contact, if any.
It gives Hawaii a first down right at midfield.
Leon Wright Jackson has joined the offense here in the second period. That ball is complete, and to the 40-yard line is Malcolm Lane. Lane, playing on the outside, just came back. Quick pass, and it pays dividends. Mondre Clifton made the tackle for Nevada. And that is just short of the first down. That'll bring up second down, less than a yard. Ball just outside the 40-yard line. So Hawaii puts Lane on the far side and Salas on the near side. Washington in the slot, along with Mouton.
And the rain has completely come to a halt.
Back to pass. Funaki chased out of the pocket. Funaki now throws it away. And they're looking to whether he'd got that ball. Yes, they're going to call him for intentional grounding.
How can that be? If you're outside the tackle box,
And a loss of down.
Oh, how can that be? If you're outside the tackle box, the ball has to go beyond the line of scrimmage. I thought it did. But apparently, according to the officials, it did not.
That's way outside the tackle box.
It is outside the tackle box, but did it go beyond the line of scrimmage? And it went out short. So that's a good call right there because it went out short.
Yeah, you're right.
Of the marker.
Yeah, it was line of scrimmage the 41, and it went out of bounds behind the 41-yard line.
Yeah, because outside the tackle box, you can get rid of it, but the pass needs to go beyond the line of scrimmage. At that time, it did not.
3rd down and 9. Funaki. They rush 4. Throws up the sideline. There's interference. No doubt that time.
See, this one could go either way because that ball was definitely not catchable. That ball was thrown about 5 or 6 yards out of bounds, but I have no idea what
Uche Anyanwu.
I'm glad you said it because I don't know what he was thinking. It was not catchable, but boy, I mean, if you pop somebody like that in a pattern, they almost have to call it. Just from the way it looks terrible.
It may have been uncatchable, but they never got a chance to really play this whole route out.
Yeah, watch, the ball doesn't even land in the screen. But Onwanyu, he's just got a screw loose right there. He can't be doing that. He pops the receiver clean on a shot. And with the Alt as your coach, that's not going to sit well.
Yeah, things are starting to deteriorate on the Nevada sideline. 1st down, they have it now at the 33-yard line of Nevada.
2nd time Hawaii gets a 1st down of a penalty on this drive.
Quick pass, that's complete to Salas. Salas able to maneuver inside the 30 to the 27. Jonathan Amaya there to make the tackle for Nevada. So Hawaii starting to come alive, just starting to come alive in its offensive prowess. Another quick pass by Funaki.
It's been with passes into the flat here. Funaki hits Salas on a slant across the middle. See the 2 receivers out there to block. He gets across the middle, sets up a 2nd and short. That's what Hawaii needs to do against this stout Nevada defense, is get some yardage on 1st down to set up the 2nd and short yardage situations.
2nd down. Funaki, Washington, touchdown. That 26-yard touchdown pass.
That's either blown coverage or Mike Washington just turning on the Jets, because he breaks this thing to the outside and he is wide open. Look at that. He is so alone. He needs counseling. Takes it to the house. And just like that, Hawaii gets back on track, back into the lead.
6th touchdown pass of the year for Funaki, for Michael Washington. Washington, that's his 2nd touchdown reception. He had 1 against Fresno State.
That entire Hawaii drive, no rain. As soon as Nevada gets set to get the ball back, here comes the rain again.
Kelly converts. 14-7. Hawaii leading with 13:06 left to play in the 1st half.
If you're a small business owner, you know the value of the word free. But wouldn't it be nice if someone offered you something free for a change? Introducing Biz Free Checking from American Savings Bank. All the features you want for your small business, absolutely free.
Hey, who can resist free?
Only at American Savings Bank, Hawaii's most recommended bank for small business.
ThermoSpas custom designs hot tubs for therapy, along with entertainment, and today has engineered a revolutionary swim spa called the Spa Trainer, large enough to accommodate 12 adults. A powerful current allows you to swim endlessly, while the other side provides the ultimate hot tub experience. In the Spa Trainer, you control the intensity, and best of all, it's self-contained, so it's ready to use the day we deliver it. Call to receive a free DVD and a 48-page brochure to learn all about ThermoSpa's luxurious hot tubs and swim spas. Call now and we'll include free delivery, a $450 value, free chemicals, a $150 value, and a $400 cash coupon. This $1,000 offer is free with no obligation and is valid for 1 year.
Call 800-535-4600.
ThermoSpas, luxurious hot tubs made affordable.
You're watching K5, the home team.
Central Pacific Bank sponsors the Loyalty Award by donating $100 toward the Central Pacific Bank Endowed Scholarship Fund for every touchdown Hawaii scores. Central Pacific Bank, member of the FDIC. That's very important. Firstly, loyal banking.
In this day and age, that is important. 14 points for Hawaii, 7 for Nevada. All 14 points coming off Wolfpack turnovers. Hawaii will take them every time.
Dan Kelly will kick off for Hawaii. Chris Wellington and Brian Flood are deep. Rain coming down again. It will go to Wellington. Wellington in trouble. He's swallowed up at about the 15-yard line.
Number 19 for Hawaii is Richard Torres. Not the biggest guy out on the field, just 5'7". But he made some plays on special teams. 5'7", 165. That time he came out, nobody touched him. He came down, had some contained. The Nevada return guy had to cut it upfield, and that allowed the special teams unit for Hawaii to come up there and make the play.
First down for Nevada at their own 15. They have started deep in their own territory. Hawaii leading 14-7. 26-yard touchdown pass from Funaki to Washington. Courtney Randall in the pistol behind Kaepernick. It is Randall. No, Kaepernick. Kaepernick with that play again. Gets to the sidelines and finally runs out of room. Boy, that play has just cashed in time and time again. And Kaepernick just held the ball in the midsection of the ball or potential ball carrier, Randall.
Watch how long this play takes to develop. It's about the third time they've run that, and that thing takes forever to develop. If Hawaii blows that up the middle, that play will not work. And I think it's about time they put a spy on number 10 for Nevada because he's hurting them.
18-yard pickup. This time running with the ball, and a good game by Randall. John Finotti made the stop there for Hawaii. Good gain in the play of 5 yards.
And it's raining hard now. It's coming down in sheets. That's not good news for this Nevada offense. But right now, they have the advantage. You see it, 125 to just 2. So far, the rain not affecting the running game.
Kaepernick again. Kaepernick trying to turn the corner. Look out, he gets bumped out of bounds. Jamil Dowling would not give up on him and would not give ground.
That time Hawaii kind of selling their soul on previous plays up the middle to try to make a play, but this time they string it out. Watch Dowling, number 3. He's going to come in from the left of your screen. He's the last line of defense out there trying to turn Kaepernick back in. Ended up making the play himself, but that's exactly what you need to do against him is stretch that play out and let your teammates get in there and help you make the play.
Third down and 6, loss of 1 on that last jaunt by Kaepernick. Kaepernick to throw, sets up, throws, that's complete, first down. To the 45, to the 47-yard line. Mike McCoy, the tight end, out of Colfax, California. That's his 25th reception of the year.
And that's just simple football. It's run to the first down marker, turn around, and I'm going to hit you with it. So Kaepernick does. Watch McCoy. He's just turned around, waiting for the ball to get there, finds a space in the Hawaii defense. And all he does is catch it and fall down right there, get the first down.
11:25 left to play in the first half. First down at the 47. Kaepernick hands the ball off to Randall. And Randall crosses into Hawaii territory. Gets to about the 49, perhaps the 48-yard line. Leonard and Brashton Satelli, along with Kiala Watson. Watson did not start in the game tonight, but he's in there now. Second down, 6 yards to go for Nevada. Kaepernick is such a weapon. He can run and he can throw. Kaepernick keeping. Big hole again. As the first down, knifes inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Adam Leonard finally undercut him there.
Well, somebody needs to be responsible for number 10 because he is just killing him. Every time he keeps the ball, he's finding some space. Had a big 60-some-odd yard touchdown run earlier in this game. But right now, you can see why, Jim, why you were so high on this guy coming in, because he just makes plays.
Last two runs, 18 yards, then 11 yards. First down at the 39-yard line of Hawaii. Ball is kept by Kaepernick, looking to throw, being chased. Now throws. That's incomplete. Excellent pressure that time by Hawaii. Excellent pressure across the field to get there and make him throw when he didn't really want to throw. That's C.J. Allen-Jones. Ball was thrown short of Art King, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Nevada had two receivers out to that side. Both of them were covered. The deeper guy had some space, but Kaepernick could not get him the football because he was on a dead run, running for his life.
So Kaepernick, second down and 10 from the 39-yard line of Hawaii. Hawaii leading 14-7. Kaepernick delay and hit in the backfield as soon as he got the ball with Randall. Adam Leonard would have none of it. No more shenanigans. No more sleight of hand. No more prestidigitation.
And we talked about it on defense. Penetration kills every time. And here you see it right here. Adam Leonard coming through. They try to run that delay. That's the play that takes forever to develop. And Adam Leonard says, you're going to take that long. I'm going to get in there and do it. That's just speed. He finds a seam in that offensive line, gets there and makes a big play. Third and very long for the Wolfpack.
3rd and 16. Kaepernick to throw. Here comes the pressure. Chase out of the pocket. Kaepernick running for the sideline, and they finally have him run out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, way short of the first down. Ryan Mouton. Mouton back on defense. So Mouton now has played both ways in this game.
He is going to be he's going to be one of those guys that will sleep well tonight because he is out there a lot. And give Ryan Mouton credit again because he got Kaepernick there on the sideline. And the instinct for a defensive player is to take the guy down, but he laid off on him, did not take him down, did not draw a flag, and that will stop the drive for Nevada and put Hawaii right back on offense.
Langley, you can see, 42-yard average. Langley to punt. Aaron Bain is deep, waiting for the snap. There's the punt. Another beauty. This will take a long time coming down. No one will be there to receive it. And it goes into the end zone. Hawaii will set up shop at the 20-yard line, leading 14-7, 41-yard punt, and no return. 8:46 left to play in the first half.
Giving people the most convenient ways to say, "That's my bank," is what Bank of Hawaii is all about. We have the most branches you can point to and say, "That's my bank." Convenient supermarket branches. And now, Hawaii's only mobile banking that lets you say, "That's my bank," anywhere you can use your cell phone. So for the most branches, the most ATMs, and Hawaii's only mobile banking, come to the bank that makes it easy to say, "That's my bank." Bank of Hawaii.
The first year we entered Merry Monarch was 1979. We haven't missed a year since then. One of the best parts is getting on that Hawaiian Airlines plane every year, because once we get on that plane, we're all together in a canoe, and we stay together until we get back to Oahu. It's way too much fun to miss.
Born and bred in these islands, only one airline is Hawaiian. KHNL News 8 and K5. We're building a new media organization that'll bring you the best local news coverage in Hawaii.
Here in the dusty construction site of our future newsroom studio, the birth of innovation and a bold new approach to news coverage is taking place.
Always live, local, late breaking. KHNL News 8 and K5 bring you new technology and the news stories that viewers want, need, and demand.
You're invited to step into the future with KHNL News 8 and K5 News as we take flight December 2008.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, Bank of Hawaii will continue its recognition of excellence in collegiate athletics by sponsoring our choice of a player from each team as the most outstanding. Hawaii will begin at the 20-yard line. They lead 14-7. The difference in this game, a 26-yard touchdown pass from Funaki to Michael Washington.
And at least for now, looks like that platoon theory is on hold because Funaki's right back out there again.
Hawaii begins at the 20-yard line. Daniel Libre adjacent to him. In my shotgun formation, it is Libre. Breaks one tackle, sidesteps another, gets only to the 21. James Michael Johnson there. Michael Johnson has played a very, very efficient game for Nevada. Gain on that play of only one. That'll bring up second down and 9. 8:15 left to play in the first half. Hawaii overloads the short side of the field with 3 wide receivers. You see them there. Funaki, quick pass. That is complete to Libre. Libre waits for his interference, and in doing that, I believe he allowed the pursuit to catch up to him. Adam Moranzo and Joshua Mauga. Mauga, the leading tackler on the team. And in high school, he was a top-ranked heavyweight wrestler in the state of Nevada. Joshua Mauga there to make the stop for Nevada. Short gain again. 3rd down and 7. Now Hawaii puts triple wide receivers to the right. Greg Salas is wide to the left.
This is where Funaki can be dangerous.
Funaki looks, wants Salas. Leaping attempt, incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Antoine Thompson. That'll bring up 4th down, and so Hawaii, frustratingly, leads the field again offensively.
It's those mid-range passing situations where Funaki can be dangerous. When the defense is thinking pass, everybody gets back to fill those passing lanes, and Funaki takes off with it, but that time he tried to hit Salas. Salas almost made a great catch, but it's the end of another drive for Hawaii.
Grasso doing a good job tonight punting. 3 punts, 45-yard average, and he has footed one for 55 yards in this game. Waiting for the snap. Short punt. That bounces inside the 30. Hawaii's getting some very good roll on Grasso punts.
Yeah, he's going to have to send a letter to the inventor of field turf to thank him.
46-yard punt.
Well, if it isn't the most important meal.
What's up, Soggy?
What do you call me?
For meat flake? What? That all you got?
Jack's new breakfast bowls beat a boring breakfast any day. Hash browns and scrambled eggs with ham and bell peppers, or bacon and sausage topped with a white cheddar sauce.
They tried to sucker spoon me, so I went high like BAM!
The most important meal. Served all day.
I learned early from my coaches that success comes from a lot of hard work. Then about 2 years ago, I thought my career might be over because of extreme pain in my shoulder. I couldn't practice, I could hardly even compete. I could have gone to any surgeon in the country, but I came to trust the bone and joint specialist at Straub because a coach of mine is one of them. They treated my shoulder, and now with their help, I'm back. When it really mattered, I chose Straub.
Now is the best time to buy your new home and make KHNLHomes.com your single most complete stop to find the home of your dreams. Easily browse the most complete local detailed listings, updated daily. Search only the areas that you're interested in, or sign up for email alerts of new listings that match your search. Tour dozens of homes within minutes conveniently from your computer. Find a realtor and get the answers to all your real estate questions. KHNLHomes.com.
14-7 in favor of Hawaii. 7:03 left. So it will be first down for Nevada. Tawa. Ball is given and is kept by Kaepernick. And Adam Leonard finally corralled him. Kaepernick again going for 12 yards and a first down. And it may be a penalty, and it's offside. Against Hawaii, it's declined. They'll take the 12-yard gain. This season, for each recorded quarterback sack by the Warrior defense, McDonald's of Hawaii will donate $500 to the University of Hawaii Athletics Department. Mahalo to McDonald's of Hawaii. First down, the ball at the 39-yard line. Kaepernick has gone back to work. In motion is McCoy. The ball is kept, and up the middle, there could be kind of a jostling for position of the ball, or possession, I should say. Vai Tawa gained only about 2 yards.
Scary situation for Tawa. He got stuck at the wall trying to get himself free for some extra yardage. Looks like somebody got behind him, maybe one of his own teammates, and the Hawaii defense pushed him backwards. He went backwards over his knees, but he gets up. Looks to be okay. Number 34 for Nevada.
Tawa remaining in that pistol formation. Kaepernick to throw all day. Now throws. Incomplete. Throws it high. It was intended for Chris Wellington, the wide receiver, 6'1" sophomore out of Las Vegas. And Braxton Satelli pressured Kaepernick that time. And that'll bring up third down and about 8.5 for Nevada.
They're going to hang that one on Kaepernick. Early on in that play, Virgil Green, the tight end, broke into an open spot in Hawaii defense, and he was wide open. He was running alone. Kaepernick did not hit him, went for the shorter option and overthrew his man.
So big third down play here. They stack up the left side with 3 wide receivers. They set up the tight end on the near side. Kaepernick repositions Tawa, and the flag is thrown.
Spent too much time talking about it. Oh, they're going to have a timeout.
Timeout has been called by Nevada. We're having trouble with the referee's microphone. At least we are.
Zero. Nada. Bagel. Nothing. Zero. Zero is a good thing, especially when you're talking about interest rates. So here's a really good thing. For the first time ever, you can finance a select new Toyota at 0% APR. 2009 Camrys, 2008 Tacomas, Siennas, Highlanders, 4Runners, RAV4s, Tundras, FJ Cruisers, all at 0%. Toyota Hawaii's 0% event, now at your Toyota dealers of Hawaii.
Win big with the satisfying and delicious Super Sack Big Mac Monday meal at McDonald's. Get a free Big Mac with the purchase of a Big Mac Extra Value meal every Monday during the UH football season at participating McDonald's for a limited time only. Fly home to friends or family to attend the UH Cincinnati football game on December 6th, courtesy of Hawaiian Airlines and K5, the home team, including 5 nights at the Hawaii Prince Hotel and $300 in restaurant certificates. Enter to win at K5thehometeam.com.
We see Greg McMackin. You would think that he's very tense and he's just sweating bullets, but no, it's raining very consistently now. We've had rain here at Aloha Stadium for most of the afternoon. It has been a quiet, gentle rain, but it has been steady.
And look at McMackin. He goes in just like any other game. Takes the rain. All goes with the jacket. So
yeah,
we'll give one up to McMackin right there in the battle of the coaches.
Big third down play here. The ball at the 41-yard line of Nevada. Nevada trailing 14-7. Kaepernick back to throw. Penalty flags have been thrown by the officials. We may have a false start.
Yeah, illegal procedure on the Nevada offense.
Dead ball foul. False start.
See, that time Hawaii packed the box with defenders, and then right before the snap of the ball, everybody dropped back into coverage. Obviously, that threw somebody off on the Wolfpack side of the football, results in a penalty. Now 3rd and 13 for Nevada in a driving rain.
Kaepernick, ball back at the 36 now. Kaepernick looks, throws. It is. Is it caught? Is it complete?
Yeah,
it is. On the 45-yard line, excellent pass. That kept it low away from the opposition. Chris Wellington making the catch. 19-yard gain. And Eric Robinson finally was there to cover him up.
The Nevada passing game is very simple. We saw it earlier with Mike McCoy. We see it again right here with Wellington. They had 2 guys breaking down the seam. You see them, 2 guys right in the middle of the field trying to split the defense, and all they do is look back and the ball's right on them. They're not even thinking about yards after the catch.
Ball is kept again by Kaepernick, but Kaepernick is walled off and forced out of bounds by Calvin Roberts. Roberts coming up from the corner. There was a little variation on a theme that time when they put Wellington in motion, and then they faked the ball to Tawa, and keeping it was Kaepernick, but Roberts would have none of that. Gain on the play of 1, 2nd down and 9, but an excellent 3rd down play by Nevada to keep it going. Again from the pistol. Kaepernick, quick pass. That's incomplete. Almost picked off. And the defender may have twisted his ankle there. The defender looks like Vaikuni or Vaikuni.
Yeah, he's coming off.
Vaikuni was in a position to go up and maybe bat the ball or even intercept it. But in coming down, I believe he twisted his ankle. Those things do happen, unfortunately. 3rd down, another big 3rd down play for Nevada. They have the ball at the 44-yard line of Hawaii. Nevada trails 14-7. Kaepernick over the middle. That is complete. A great catch at the 30-yard line by Mike McCoy. And for McCoy, that's his 8th catch of the year. 14-yard pickup. And again, Kaepernick displaying his wares.
And a variation for the Wolfpack. This time, not just running down the field. It's a crossing pattern right through the teeth of the Hawaii defense. Desmond Thomas there to make the quick catch, but to make the quick tackle. But Mike McCoy gets the 1st down for the Wolfpack.
Desmond Thomas is very familiar with Nevada last year. He had 11 tackles against Nevada. That's his career high. 1st down at the 30-yard line. Another 3rd down conversion. Ball is kept by Kaepernick. Looking, throws. That is caught by Mitchell, and they're going to give him the catch. Inside the 20 to the 19. Jameel Dowling trying to cover on the play. Another 11-yard gain. So Nevada moving the ball inexorably up the field through the air.
That passing game for Nevada, a lot of it born out of that that play fake out of that pistol. There's another one right there. The play fake and the quick spin back by Kaepernick buys him some time, helps out that offensive line, and it allows him the time to get the completion to Mitchell.
4 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the first half. So we've seen variations on themes. First of all, the University of Hawaii. They start with Funaki. Funaki then gives way to Graunke. Graunke gives way to Funaki. Funaki then a 26-yard touchdown pass to Washington to give Hawaii a 14-7 lead. The Hawaii defense has played their heart out so far in this first half. Then you have Nevada. And Nevada runs the ball. And you have Kaepernick running and then passing only occasionally. Now in another variation, he is passing on almost every play.
And for 47 yards of total offense with 4:12 left to go in the first half, where Coach McMackin spent the week trying to make some changes on that offensive side of the football. When he gets into the locker room at halftime, barring something big happening in the last 4 minutes and 12 seconds, he's not going to be happy with those numbers at all.
Come on out to the Waipio Peninsula Soccer Stadium for senior night as the Rainbow Wahine play their final home match of the season. That's tomorrow at 5 p.m. Admission is free. Can't beat that.
Free's always good.
First down for Nevada at the 19-yard line of Hawaii. You know what? Hawaii trying to hold on to a 14-7 lead. Tawa behind Kaepernick. Kaepernick changing. Tawa just powers his way to the 15 before he's halted. He had a choice there, either to vault to the left or vault to the right. If he vaulted to the left, he may have scored. He vaulted to the right, and he ran into the black shirts.
Tawa going 5 yards per carry here in the first half, and watch him. He'll run straight at it. It's like Jim said. If he cut it to the outside, he said he goes right behind that pack and gets lost in the mix.
Second down, the ball just outside the 15-yard line. Kaepernick, the magician. Kaepernick hands the ball to Tawa. Nothing doing that time. Boy, they roll him up, throw him down. John Fanote.
Well, he's playing a great ball game. He's number 58 for Hawaii. That time, right defensive end spot again. He's just going to break it down, get there, and make a big hit on Tawa. And he's jacked up about that, and rightfully so. He's playing a whale of a ball game for Hawaii.
Third down, another third down play on this particular drive. Nevada has been perfect on third down. They have come through each and every time. Kaepernick on third down again. Four-man pattern. Throws, lays it off. Incomplete for Tawa. Adam Leonard really put the speed burns on and made him throw before he wanted to. So on third down, this drive comes to an end. And Brett Jekyll will come on to try a field goal. Jekyll is 7 for 9 in field goals. His longest of the season, 43 yards. He had a 41-yarder and a 42-yard field goal against Hawaii last year in that 28-26 game. This will be a 32-yarder. Hits the upright and then bounces through.
Kisses it off the upright and knocks it off. That's a big stop for Hawaii. You don't want to give up any points on any defensive series, but that sets up Hawaii to at least have the lead going into the locker room. Nevada favored on Hawaii's home field coming into this ball game.
I was ready to give the upright an assist. The upright did its job, but the ball carried through. Boom.
And you wonder, on a rainy night like this, you know, if the ball was dry and the upright was dry, that ball might bounce a certain way. But because it was wet, it hydroplanes right through, and Nevada gets a field goal.
So it's now 14-10. Hawaii holding on here with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left to play in the first half. So both teams know that at any time, each of these teams can pull a play that will decide it. Nevada went 58 yards in 12 plays, 4 minutes and 24 seconds of elapsed time. Jekyll, the 32-yard field goal. And so Jekyll will kick it off again. Malcolm Lane and Richard Torres deep for Hawaii. 2:39 left here in the first half. We send you our greetings from Aloha Stadium, wherever you may be throughout the magnificent Hawaiian Islands. Jekyll kicks it off. Taken by one of the upmen, that's Mike Farmer. Farmer weaving 30, 35, finally tripped up as he gets to about the 37-yard line. So Hawaii has good field position, and they hope to turn this field position into points.
This home field advantage for Hawaii is getting to be ridiculous. Nevada has the ball, driving rainstorm. Hawaii comes back out. Second time it's happened. Hawaii gets the ball on offense, and the rain comes to a stop.
See if Hawaii can take advantage of it. 3 wide receivers to the right. Libre back with the quarterback, Funaki. Funaki steps up. Funaki in trouble. Down he goes again.
By Kevin Bassett, the right defensive end for Nevada. He comes in, engages the Hawaii left tackle, and he just goes with it. Aaron Kia coming off the side right here. Watch Bassett. He's just going to push him, and when Funaki can't get out of the pocket, he just breaks off his guy and makes the sack, and Kia's right there with him. Great play by Kevin Bassett, a 6'6", 240-pound sophomore out of Sacramento.
Third sack by Nevada against Hawaii in this game. Second down and 15. Funaki looking, steps up again, now throws. Throw it into coverage. That's batted away. Or was it picked off?
It was picked off.
I think that's picked off with a great play.
Jonathan Amaya getting up there, showing some hands, and that was just a terrible decision by Inoke Funaki. He threw that thing to where there were 2 Hawaii receivers, and it looked to be 3 Nevada defenders that both broke to the football. Actually, it could be 4 of them, 3 of them out there. That one never had a chance.
So you see the interception by Amaya. That's his second interception of the year. It was intended for Mutong. Amaya from Diamond Bar, California. And when he rolled over, it was a possibility that maybe the ball came out. It did not. It was an interception all the way. Another turnover for Hawaii. 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Now Nevada with a chance to take the lead. They trail 14-10.
Hawaii got that stop on defense to set them up to take the lead into the locker room, but now Nevada with a chance to steal momentum.
Tawa into the secondary. Tawa, one man to beat, finally caught from behind. All the way to midfield. Huge hole. Tawa able to step through it with authority, probing that secondary for 17 yards.
That's just a low center of gravity by a guy who's 5'10", 225. Watch him just keep the legs moving. He's low to the ground, bounces off one guy, cuts it back the other way. Nothing fancy. Just get as much yards as you can out of that. And Tawa gets it to midfield as Nevada tries to enter.
First down at the 50. Kaepernick in trouble, but the penalty flags come fluttering in. And a false start. So no one can hear what the referee is saying. Maybe he's calling us names. We don't know.
But we saw a Hawaii defender was over the slot receiver in that formation for Nevada. The defender showed the blitz look right before the snap of the ball, and obviously that got somebody to flinch on Nevada.
Virgil Green called for the false start. First down, 14 now. Kaepernick rolls out, pump fakes, sideline, midfield, steps out of bounds at about the 42.
49 on the other 49. Stepped out early.
And we'll see where they put the ball, and you're right. Stepped out early and then decided to see all he could get.
Kaepernick tries to break it to the outside, but Adam Leonard gets enough of him. Does he step out right here at the 49? Yes, he does. Stepped out twice, in fact. But Kaepernick, either he's been eating Lihimui in this ball game or there's something coming off that football because his throwing hand is red. You can see it in the shot. It's stained with something.
Second down and 11. Kaepernick, three-foot drop, throws over the middle, and that's dropped by Wellington.
That's just as well. Johnson Leonard playing in the middle of that defensive line, number 99 for Hawaii. He was practically tackled on that one. He was grabbed, held, and turned around in the middle of that play enough so that he could look back and ask for a hold. But as it turns out, it's a drop for Nevada. Oh boy, you cannot let that happen. You got to get your hands out there and stop it before it hits a chest plate. Chris Wellington that time with a cardinal sin for receiver, letting the ball get to his body.
41 seconds left in the first half. Third down and 11 from the 49 of Nevada. Kaepernick, short drop. Kaepernick rolling toward the sidelines, turns the corner, and is out of bounds, short of the first down. That'll bring up fourth down for Nevada.
And that was all Ryan Mutan. He came on a delayed blitz, and he came from way off the line of scrimmage, but managed to get through. Number 2 for Hawaii. He got in there, put the pressure on Kaepernick, and Kaepernick is you look at him, he's saying, what are you going to do when number 2 comes through and pressures you to the outside? And that'll give Hawaii a chance here. But as we've seen in the past, they'll probably elect to just run the clock out here and take it into the locker room.
Langley into punt. This will be his 5th. There you see his average. Aaron Bain is deep. There's the punt. Bain looking up, lets it go. Lands at the 5 and will go into the end zone. So Hawaii has a shot. Not much of a shot with 25 seconds left. 46-yard punt and no return. Hawaii leading 14-10. You look at Kaepernick as far as passes are concerned. He is 6 for 14 or 55 yards and no touchdowns. Funaki is 4 for 10 for 44 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And Graunke is 0 for 2 with 1 interception. That's what the quarterbacks have done here in this first half. Funaki remains in at quarterback. And they're going to take a knee. This will not bode well with Hawaii fans.
No.
This will not. This will conjure up among Hawaii fans, where is the confidence in the offense to let these seconds tick away at the end of the first half? If you feel uncomfortable, I kind of feel uncomfortable too. Take a shot. Take a shot. Time 14-10. Let's take a look at the Coors Light Cold Hard stats. Sponsored by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Now you see the first downs, the rushing yards. Boy, that's painful, isn't it?
That's not good.
-2. Total offense, 236 yards for Nevada, only 42 yards the entire first half for Hawaii. There you see the sacks, 3 for Nevada, 2 for Hawaii. The turnovers both have 2. And the points off turnovers, Hawaii has, that is the most positive statistic for Hawaii, 14 points off turnovers. And time of possession, almost 20 minutes for Nevada, a little over 10 minutes for Hawaii.
Take a look at the highlights here in the first half for Nevada. It was all about defense. Brad Eskew with the sack right here. A little bit later, it's his counterpart, Kevin Baspin, as Hawaii got pressure from the Wolfpack front, and then never trust a guy with 3 first names. James Michael Johnson getting a pick for Hawaii right for Nevada. And then Colin Kaepernick off a backfield fake. He takes it to the house, 61 yards. It's the only touchdown Nevada has scored so far in the first half. For Hawaii, the defense once again stepping up to get the job done. John Fonoti off the strip by David Bekuni. Fonoti's going to bounce it around, control it, and he's going to take it in. The first score of the ball game. Hawaii up 7-0 at that point. They got their second touchdown from Inoke Funaki to Michael Washington. He was wide open. 26-yard touchdown strike at 14-10. Hawaii with the lead here at halftime.
Tonight's halftime adjustment is sponsored by Cairo Plan Hawaii.
Well, for Nevada, it's load the pistol, man. That offense has been working so far here in the first half. It's just the turnovers that have killed Nevada, so keep that pistol coming. And for Hawaii, let's get Muton moving. The big adjustment for them in the first part of this game was to get Ryan Muton out on the field, and you kind of expect the coaches to go back to him in the second half. In the first half, he was quiet on the offensive side of the ball. Ryan Muton making his name on defense for the first part of the season, and in fact throughout his career at Hawaii. But he gets the call on offense tonight. You kind of expect him to at least be unleashed. Go to him. If you're going to put him on offense, see what he can do. They tried a couple of times in the first half, but without too much success.
You know, it's been so long. I'm thinking about this. It's been so long that we have to report on a rushing stat. That is, I mean, it's mind-boggling that it's what? It's minus 2 yards? How long has that been? We're so used to having, you know, great passing yardage, but there was a rushing game to complement that passing yards. We don't see it tonight. It's just gone. I mean, it does not exist. And now we're going into the second half, and Hawaii has been moribund. Use that word again, moribund, in the second half of this particular football season. They have not been able to get any points on the board, and here we go again.
Well, Hawaii tried to get Muton involved in the rushing game with some end arounds, but it just has not worked. Nevada, the front four for Nevada, has stepped up. Let's see if Hawaii can have an answer for that here in the second half.
More to come. Stay with us. Hawaii leading at the half.
Attention. The FDA has recalled the heart drug Digitech. A mistake was made, and some of the tablets contain twice the prescribed dosage.
This is dangerous. If you've taken the heart drug Digitech and were hospitalized, call the law firm of Robert Goldwater right now.
I'm attorney Bob Goldwater. If you or a loved one has taken this drug, call me right now. You may be entitled to a large cash award.
This is serious. The heart drug Digitech has been linked to toxicity, organ failure, heart failure, and even death. If you've taken this drug, call the law office of Robert Goldwater right now.
The heart drug Digitech has been recalled. If you've taken the heart drug Digitech and were hospitalized, the drug company may be to blame. Call the law office of Robert Goldwater right now. You may be entitled to a large cash award.
Don't put this off. Call me immediately.
If you were hospitalized after taking the heart drug Digitech, call 800-746-2424. That's 800-746-2424.
KHNL News 8 saves you money. Now you can eat out and just pay half. Watch KHNL News 8 today every Thursday at 6:35 a.m. for the featured restaurant. Then log on to KHNL.com and click on the Just Pay Half icon to purchase a $50 gift certificate for just $25. If you want to feature your restaurant on Just Pay Half, give us a call at 847-9308.
This K5 sports presentation is sponsored in part by Bank of Hawaii, Hawaiian Airlines. Only one airline is Hawaii. And by Kaiser Permanente. Live well, be well, and thrive.
Well, we are about to enter the second half, and Hawaii really recently has had trouble in the second half, especially the fourth quarter. Hawaii has not scored in the fourth quarter in the past 5 games and has been outscored 30-0 in that span. So let's see if Hawaii can keep things together here in the second half as they lead at 14-10. Jekyll will kick off for Nevada. Malcolm Lane and Richard Torres are deep for Hawaii.
And you just saw Greg McMackin talking to Ryan Muton on the sideline. We'll see what they have in store for us in the second half.
Kickoff goes to Malcolm Lane. Lane trying to break through, almost did. Cross the 35, tripped up, gets to about the 37-38. James Michael Johnson out of Fairfield, California, making the tackle on special teams. Let's find out what's on tap. Sponsored by Heineken. I turn to Russell Yamanoha to find out what to look for in the second half.
Well, this would be what I would expect to see here in the second half, and I would expect to see Nevada uncap Kaepernick. He has been the go-to guy for this Nevada offense when he's throwing it or running it. But for the Hawaii Warriors, it's just to be determined, because we've seen so many mixes from offense, especially from Hawaii. Remains to be seen what we're going to see from them in the second half. Hopefully, what they came up with in the halftime speech works.
New quarterback Greg Alexander starts the second half. Hands off to Daniel Libre.
Speaking of to be determined, the third quarterback of the night for Hawaii.
So Greg Alexander from Santa Rosa, California, 6'3", 230, the junior. 14 of 25 in passing for 101 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's been sacked 5 times. Alexander got in late in the Boise State game, played sparingly. In on that play by Libre of 9 yards to the 45-yard line. Libre again starts right, goes left. Libre breaks 1 tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage. I do not believe he was able to get the first down.
Greg Alexander gave it to him. Libre tried to cut one way, went back the other way, and Alexander got right in there to try to get a block to help his teammate. Always good to see the quarterback trying to get a block, but it's also a shaky situation to see your signal caller up there taking some shots.
Kevin Basped finally halted him after that short game. He tried to make some decisions. Third down, less than a yard. Alexander, the quarterback. Alexander, short drop now, throws. That's complete. That's the first down, and carrying the ball to the 45-yard line is Ryan Mouton. So Mouton has his first pass reception of the season, and that's out of the hands of Alexander. 10-yard gain and a first down for Hawaii.
So right off the bat, it's a couple adjustments that we talked about. One of them is to be determined, and we saw Greg Alexander come out here. Kind of a surprise to see him out here to start the second half and get Mouton moving. They did that right there. They go right to him out of the slot, and right now Hawaii moving the football in the very early going.
Alexander, 71 touchdown passes in 2 years of quarterbacking at Santa Rosa Community College. Ball again is given to Libre, and Libre runs into a pile of white shirts. Maybe a gain of 1, maybe. Excellent job that time by Dante Moak, along with Uche Anyawu coming up from the secondary.
Moak, he just gets in there, works off the right guard for Hawaii. Actually, the center, John Estes, stays with him, gets into a gap. You can play defense by attacking or sitting in a gap. At that time, Moak sat in the gap, saw the runner coming at him, and broke down to make a nice play.
Washington and Salas are flanked to the far side. Double wide receivers. Alexander fakes the handoff. Alexander trying to run. Alexander spins to the 40-yard line. Now Alexander is not going to try out for the Bolshoi anytime soon, but he was able to power his way for good yardage.
He got that spin move right there in the middle of the point of attack, able to buy himself a couple of more yards. He's not known for nimble feet, but he got it done right there to set up a more manageable third down situation. Watch the spin move coming up. He's not known for it, but watch them come up with the whoop right here and put a move on a linebacker and pick up about 3 more yards on the play.
Big play here, third down and 5. Ball at the 40-yard line. Alexander, the third quarterback, looking left, still looking left, now in trouble. Now will run for the first down. He has the first down and is upended as he gets inside the 33-yard line.
Is this Inoke Funaki and Greg Alexander's jersey? Because Alexander's playing just like him. The play broke down on him. The knock on him is that he hangs onto the ball too long. He maybe did on that play, but when it broke down around him, he took off, managed to get 6 yards. Hawaii needed 5. Gets the first down and keeps the drive alive.
Hawaii in the first half was 1 for 5 on third down conversions. On this drive, they're 2 for 2. Brandon Marshall made the stop. on Alexander. Alexander, triple wide receiver to the left. Alexander now looking over the middle, throws long up the sideline. He wants the touchdown. It is batted away. Threw into double coverage. It was intended for Malcolm Lane. Mike Evans, the cornerback, was back there, and he was able to get a hand up.
I was watching Lane the whole way on that one. The ball was well on its way to him, well over 2/3 of the way to him before he looked back for the football, and
that was close.
Yeah, it was close. Some confidence in his receiver showing by Greg Alexander to go up there to that part of the field, and Lane just a little too much traffic for him to come down with it.
So here comes Hawaii. Second down and 10. Ball at the 33-yard line of Nevada. Hawaii leading 14-10 in the third quarter. Short pass. That's complete to Libre inside the 30, and he's able to kind of barrel his way forward, kind of burrow his way short of the first down, and that'll bring up third down about 4.
That's a variation on the shuttle pass for Hawaii. But because Alexander's not a threat to run with it, they go with the more conventional setup on the screen. And once again, a manageable 3rd and 5 for this Hawaii offense.
Clifton made the start. Third down, big play here again. They've converted 2 in a row. Same offensive set. Alexander, quick pass, lays it off. That's complete. And trying for the first down, reaching for the first down is Mouton.
It's going to be just short.
Kevin Grimes halted him. Now what does Hawaii do? Here comes Coach Greg McMackin. He wants to get very close to where that ball is and where that first down marker is.
Yeah, he was running down the sideline to get to where that marker was to see how much he had left. But they're going to play it safe as Dan Kelly comes out here to attempt a field goal.
Kelly, 7 for 12 this season, 41 long. Against Fresno State, he kicked field goals of 36, 30, 41, and 33. And 33 was the game winner. He had 2 45-yard field goals against Nevada last year. One to start the game, one to finish the game. And we have an attempt that is good. .21 left. Hawaii tacks on 3 more.
Bakery is 25. Celebrate with a new chili apple. You might win a trip for 2 to Paris, Las Vegas with airfare on Hawaiian Airlines.
Hey man, what kind of light beer do you want?
Whatever, they all taste the same.
Hold on. They all taste the same. Does bathwater taste the same as spring water? Does a carrot stick taste the same as a stick? Stick. Does ground beef taste the same as beef on the ground? Bottom line, there is a difference. And Bud Light has it. It's called drinkability. That just right taste. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Do we want to get right?
30 Rock's back, and it's big. And you won't believe what famous folks are showing up.
Tell me.
Like Emmy winner Megan Mullally, and someone we like to call
Oprah.
Please stay close.
Then Jennifer Aniston's back, and she's bringing gifts.
I made you a white pizza.
I'm scared, Lemon.
And who would want to miss comic genius Steve Martin?
You're making a lot of sense.
30 Rock, the Emmy-winning Best Comedy, returns this Thursday on NBC.
Hawaii goes 40 yards in 10 plays, 5 minutes and 33 seconds of elapsed time. 2 key plays were the third down conversions on that drive, and Kelly caps it off with a 41-yard field goal. At the conclusion of tonight's game, Bank of Hawaii will continue its recognition of excellence in collegiate athletics by sponsoring our choice of a player from each team as the most valuable player. The cheerleaders and the band, that's the best band in the WAC by far, by far. Kicking off is Kelly. Ball will go to Wellington. Here he comes, cuts up the middle, and Wellington just gets over the 20, noses the ball over the 20-yard line. And it will be first down for Nevada at that point.
So 4th and short like that, a little disappointing from the fans' perspective not to see Hawaii go for it on the last drive and try to extend it and get the touchdown. But from a coaching standpoint, when it's a battle like this, Nevada with only 10 points in that first half, you play the field position game and you take the points that you can get. And that time Hawaii opted for the 3 and a 7-point lead.
Here's Kaepernick. He had 240 yards rushing against rival UNLV, becoming the first Nevada quarterback to top the 200-yard mark. That's how proficient he is. Ball is given up the middle. Big hole to Tawa. Tawa, one man to beat, and now it's a race. Tawa at the 50. Tawa at the 30. Tawa at the 10. Wow. Touchdown.
Wow. That is just, that's downfield defense right there, not looking good. There were some people down there to make some plays on this thing. And Tawa, with one guy in front of him, one blocker in front of him, Marco Mitchell, takes it to the house. Watch this. Oh, look at all of these defenders that come in here with a chance to make the play. And Tawa just runs it on in. Just like that, quick strike for Nevada.
79 yards. A celebratory start to the second half. Now Jekyll will try to tie it. He does. We are tied at 17. Very, very quick. And for Hawaii, they don't know what hit them. 79 yards.
If you have a structured settlement or annuity, dealing with debt can be a beastly affair. But you can get help from J.G. Wentworth. So let J.G. Wentworth help you get rid of the debt monsters. Once and for all. Just call this number now and speak to one of their structured settlement specialists. You'll get a free appraisal and have all your questions answered. There's no obligation.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Get cash now.
Call 800-289-9640.
Burdened with credit card debt? Struggling to make your minimum payments? Want those creditor calls to stop? Let the Rely On Group get you back on your feet and back to a brighter tomorrow with just one free call. The Rely On Group can work out an affordable plan that works for you, so you can wipe away your debt fast, even for less than you owe. It really works. Call the number on your screen now. Reduce your interest rates, lower your monthly payments, legally reduce your debt. Stop calls from creditors. Relieve your stress and start smiling again. You don't have to live under a mountain of debt. The Rely On Group can help you be debt-free faster than you think. If you're struggling with $15,000 or more in credit card debt, call the Rely On Group now for a free, no-obligation analysis. Stop worrying and start living again. Your debt-free tomorrow starts with a call to the Rely On Group.
So don't delay. Call 800-795-2319. That's 800-795-2319.
79-yard touchdown run by Vi Tawa from scrimmage. His previous long was 62. And Tawa just, I mean, you talk about a surprise attack. That was it. Because he just went right up the middle, squeezed through, was in the secondary, and it became a real horse race. And he was the quickest horse.
Yeah, we're just mentioning that Hawaii has held Nevada in check, only 10 points so far in the ball game. Somebody down there on the Wolfpack sideline must have heard that, because they were not happy. They came out and went right on the attack. One play, quick strike, touchdown Nevada. And just like that, we've got a brand new ball game.
Jekyll kicking off. And it's Malcolm Lane. Lane breaking into the open. Lane at midfield, and he almost returned the favor. 45 yards.
Going back to that last play, the Nevada offensive line, mostly undersized, under 300 pounds, except for John Bender, number 62, and he had a key block right there to spring Tawa, the left guard. And after that, it was just Marco Mitchell out in front of him. Nobody in the Hawaii defensive secondary can catch up to Tawa. And without even turning on the jets, it seems like, he gets it 79 yards for a touchdown. Nevada tying this ball game. And look at that, another change at quarterback for Hawaii. Alexander out, Funaki in the rotating quarterback situation for Hawaii.
So Funaki fakes the handoff. Funaki loses one man, but not another. And you have to just say to yourself, you have to shake your head and say, you know, here we are in the second half. I mean, everybody was saying, gee, they held Nevada to only 10 points in the first half. Hey, didn't they do that last week against Boise State? It was 10-7 at halftime. Boise State was leading. And then in the second half, things started to fall apart.
And they tried to go at Ryan Mouton on the quick end-around again. Third time in this ball game that I can remember that they called that. And that time, Funaki did not go to Mouton. If he did, Mouton would have been wide open.
5 wide receivers, empty backfield. Funaki throws. That is complete. Coming out of that position to Ryan Mouton. And Mouton inside the 40. 10-yard gain, his second reception of this second half.
And you get the feeling that Ryan Mouton now has become the focus of this offense. You got to put your playmakers out on the field. Ryan Mouton is one of those guys, and on consecutive plays, he's at least involved in it. Last time a fake to him on the end around, this time a short pass to him to get a Hawaii first down.
Jared Silva Purcell out of St. Louis School. Mike Evans made the stop on Mouton. Mouton gets loose. He's gone. It's that simple. Triple wide receiver to the left. Funaki looking left. Now throws sideline pattern. Single coverage. That ball is caught just outside the 10-yard line by Greg Salas. That was a brilliant catch by Salas. Brilliant.
Great adjustment by Salas. He had the strong safety in his face. Jonathan Amaya, I believe it was, number 49 for the Wolfpack. We'll see it again right here, and all he does is just stay with him. And when the ball gets there, he makes an adjustment right behind him to come up with the catch. Antoine Thompson, the man in coverage, number 45, not number 49, but Salas with a great adjustment. Thompson looking back, looking towards the receiver, not back at the football. Salas looking at the football, made an adjustment to it, and a big play for Hawaii.
2 catches, 36 yards now for Salas. The ball is given up, big hole. Up the middle is Farmer. Touchdown!
Wow, where have you been, Hawaii offense?
First touchdown of the season for Farmer.
And it's just David Farmer finding the hole. Watch him. He's not going to get touched till he gets to the goal line. And that's an easy touchdown for David Farmer. This guy's making a name for himself as a blocking back. Good to see him get into the end zone and pick up 6.
Maybe Hawaii is throwing off that curse of the second half. And maybe we're just in the beginning of a vast shootout here in the second half of this game. Hawaii teeter-totters back into the lead. They lead at 23-17. Kelly in to try the point after. Ingram is the long snapper. Kick is up, and it is good. Hawaii leading 24-17. 7:08 left to play. Mike Farmer celebrates his first touchdown run.
Before Iolani, I started at public elementary schools in Kalihi. This was my Hanabata Days neighborhood, and where my parents instilled their values in me. Pray always, pursue a good education, and help and serve others. And that's what I've tried to do as mayor of my hometown. It's been an honor to serve you for the last 4 years. And if you choose to allow me to continue, I will do my very best for you and your families. Gail and I ask you to please go to the polls and vote for me on November 4th. Mahalo.
What's the big deal at your Kama'aina Pizza Hut? They were voted best of the best by the Honolulu Advertiser. And here's some more big news. Now get the Big New Yorker pizza with one topping for just $9.99. It's a 16-inch extra large pizza with a foldable New York-style crust and a sweet savory sauce. The Big New Yorker is so big, it's 30% larger than our large. And for a limited time, it's only $9.99. 8 big cheesy slices of heaven. So have a big party with Pizza Hut, Hawaii's best.
Hey, Mom and Dad. Thanks for emailing me the news super clippings from home, but hello? Who does that anymore? Anyway, I go to KHNL.com every day to look at the local news. You guys should check it out. There's a lot of stuff on there. Oh, gotta go. Love you guys. Hey, Jace, what's up?
Hey, Jen. Thanks for telling me about Job Week 8 on KHNL.com. I have a job interview next week, and my folks are looking at a house they found on KHNLHomes.com.
We totally sound like a commercial. Log on to KHNL.com. Live, local, late breaking, 24/7.
You're watching K5, the home team. perfect gift for any occasion at Big Island Candies. Click on BigIslandCandies.com to view the entire fall collection and place your order today.
Hawaii now leads 24-17. And what a comeback following a 79-yard touchdown run by Taua. Hawaii comes back with Lane on a 45-yard kickoff return. Funaki to Salas, a 29-yard pass play. Brilliant catch. And then Farmer, a 9-yard power run for the touchdown. Now they lead it 24-17. Kicking off will be Dan Kelly. Line drive kick. We'll go to Wellington. Wellington to the sideline. Wellington to the 40, and it's finally pulled out of bounds. 41-yard return. I mean, this has turned into a horse race. Richard Torres on the special teams, credited with the tackle. But Wellington almost broke it, coming the other way.
And Gaitan Goldera out on the special teams unit, back with his team after taking some time off. But he's number 18 back with this ball team, and he's now contributing again on the special teams unit.
Courtney Randall is in the pistol behind Kaepernick. Kaepernick sets up, throws over the middle. That is incomplete. It was intended for Marco Mitchell on his knees at the 45-yard line.
Oh, this pistol thing, this is hard to defend. You're watching it from up here, and I swear I saw Kaepernick pitch the ball forward to a running back cutting through the middle, but obviously he did not. And if you imagine, if you're a defensive guy with all of that misdirection going on there in the backfield, that's tough to stop.
Second down and 10 from the 41 for Nevada. They trail by a touchdown. Randall remains in the pistol behind Kaepernick. It is Randall. Randall breaks out of the pile, but only about a yard, maybe two.
Yeah, that's the play that you get the feeling this Hawaii defense needs to stop that play, because that's the one when Nevada calls it. About 8 minutes of game clock rolls off the clock before they actually exchange on the football. That thing takes forever to develop. Hawaii stepping up to make the stop right there, setting up a long third down conversion.
Fonoti and Elimimian another tackle.
He's adding to that record.
Third down and 8. Kaepernick. Kaepernick is grabbed, trying to run out of the pocket. So Kaepernick's magic dust didn't work that time. Braston Satele chased him down. And that'll bring a fourth down. Nevada will have to punt it away.
David Vekuni comes off the side right there. You don't always have to get to the quarterback to make the play. That time, he comes off the edge, puts the pressure on Kaepernick. That allows his defensive teammates to come up. Braston Satele get the stop right there. Good team defense by Hawaii that time. David Vekuni leading the charge.
Jekyll to kick. Aaron Bain deep. Jekyll high. Wobbler. Bain, no fair catch. Takes it at the 15-yard line. Going to the near side of the field to the 20. And pulled out of bounds. 38-yard punt. 5-yard return.
So good stop by the Hawaii defense. Now the offense takes the field. Let's see who's the quarterback. Uzur right here. And here comes Alexander again, I believe. Rotating quarterbacks again. This time in the second half, though, it's just rotating without Tyler Graunke.
So Alexander getting another shot at it. Ball is on the 22-yard line.
Oh, this is not going to sit well with the call-in shows.
Alexander, shovel pass, no gain. In fact, they lost maybe 2 yards on the play. Shovel pass went to Leon Wright Jackson. That shovel pass has been wanting. That shovel pass looks like a financial market. It just doesn't perform.
Well, the last time that Alexander tried it, they turned it into just a straight screen. But this time, they go to shuttle pass in the middle. And number 95 for Nevada was just sitting there. Nate Agaiva just waiting right there for it. And just never materialized for Hawaii.
Second down, about 10 and a half. Ball at the 21. Alexander steps up in the pocket. He throws long over the middle. That is incomplete. That was intended for Washington, covering on the play.
And that's just a lack of playing time for Alexander, trying to get the timing down with his teammates. We talked about earlier, the downside for him was hanging on to the football too long, but the upside for him, he's got an arm. He can push the ball down the field. That time, Washington had a half a step on his defender, but could not get the football from Alexander. To take a Nick Rolovich. Not too long ago, it was he wearing that number 12 jersey, throwing it up and down the field at Aloha Stadium.
Amaya covered on that last play. Third down, 10. Big play here. Alexander positioning himself, throws complete to Washington, has a way to go for the first down, and he may have made it.
Wow, that's a great play. That is an outstanding play by Mike Washington. He got the ball out there in 3rd and 11. He got the ball in the flat with two guys in his face, and all he did was make a football play to get to the first down. Take a look at it. Washington's going to get it. He's got two guys out there, and he splits them, powers to the point of attack, gets the first down. That's a great football play by Mike Washington.
So making the tackle, but a little bit too late that time, was Lorenzo, Adam Lorenzo. First down for Hawaii as they convert on that big third down. Alexander chased out of the pocket. Alexander high steps into the secondary and picks up 2 yards. Second down and 8. And again, you can credit not only the rushers that time, but those in the secondary. Right. It was really plugged up. Alexander had to high step it.
Not the best of plays for Hawaii, but they'll take it. No turnover. He doesn't put himself in a bad position as Alexander got what he could out of it. Couple of yards in the play, 2nd and 8. But the Hawaii coaches will take that as they try to find themselves here on offense.
Triple wide receiver now to the right. Alexander short pass. That's a screen. That is complete to Farmer. And Farmer just power his way for the first down. A 10-yard pickup.
David Farmer and Greg Alexander playing simple football right here. It's just a simple screen. Let the rush come in past you. Set up 3 blockers out there and play simple football, get the first down.
And many wonder why those screens have not worked. Instead of the shovel pass, go with the screens, go with the short patterns. Make the on-rushing linemen have second thoughts.
Halfway through the season, these Hawaii quarterbacks, all of them still auditioning to get the permanent job here, and Greg Alexander doing a great job right here.
Alexander moving the club. Alexander steps up in the pocket, in trouble, down he goes, another sack.
Yeah, as soon as you say that, what happens? The offensive line has been playing great in this ball game up until this point, but that time, coverage downfield, Alexander with nowhere to go with it, and he just goes down with the sack.
Evan Basped with his sack, his 4th of the year, and Chris Slack, terrible name for an oncoming lineman, Chris Slack, but he was there too.
Basped even held on the play and still got there to make the sack. This is where we're going to test Alexander's arm here on 2nd and 16. Let's see if he can push this thing downfield.
Leroy back there with him. 4-man pattern. Throw. That is complete. And that is complete to Malcolm Lane. Brandon Marshall and Mike Evans there on the tackle for Nevada. That will bring up a big third down play again. 3rd down and 5.
Last time Alexander was in there was a couple of 3rd and 5 situations that they converted. Let's see if they can do it here again. Alexander showing some arm skills right there, showing a powerful arm. He's going to have to push it downfield again here at 3rd and 5.
Double wide receiver, 3rd down, 5. Alexander pump fakes, now throws. That is complete at the 30. Breaking away at the 25, and inside the 20 is Michael Washington. Now you just begin to see why Nevada is last in pass defense.
Michael Washington just runs it downfield and does a nice soft curl to the outside. Alexander puts it right on him, but watch at the end of the play, Michael Washington coming back to the football a little bit to break himself away from the defender, and then it's yards after catch, about 15 more yards. Michael Washington with a couple of great plays here in the second half.
29-yard first down play. It is first down now at the 21-yard line of Nevada. Hawaii spreads them out again. 5-man pattern. Well, I don't know what Alexander was trying to make out of that. Maybe a quarterback draw, but it drew nothing. It's got to go back to the drawing board. Jerome Johnson was there to make the stop for Nevada, and it was kind of a solo play.
Still first down.
False start for Hawaii.
Penalty takes the ball back.
That one might actually work out for Hawaii. You lose 5 yards, but you get to redo it here on first down. And the way Alexander's been throwing the football, you got to figure that the Hawaii coaches will take that. First and 15 is not the greatest situation to be in, but at least you get to replay first down.
Libre is back there with Alexander. Alexander, quick pass. That is complete to Libre. Libre at the 15. Libre all the way to the 10-yard line. Short pattern. Quick pattern. Huge dividend. 16 yards.
Greg Alexander just coming with the middle screen right here to Libre. You see Libre right there in the backfield. He's just going to inch forward, get behind a couple of his blockers downfield, and throw it short of the line of scrimmage, so no illegal man downfield. And Libre fights it forward to get the first down, to set up a first and goal in the worst possible position you can have it, right at the 10-yard line.
Salas is flanked to the far side. Hawaii really has everybody pulled in. Under center is Alexander. Alexander has no chance at all. Alexander had no chance at all. He goes to the backfield. There's nobody there. Something wasn't right on that play, and that's the end of the third period. When we come back, it'll be second down and goal for Hawaii as quarter number 4 will get underway.
The bigger Hawaii becomes, the more we need the little things that keep us together. Programs that help us lead healthy lives and protect us from harm. The times when we connect person to person. The times when we share our knowledge, people helping people. As we grow, it's nice to know that Hawaii's health plan is here to take care of the little things that make all the difference in the world. HMSA, working for a healthier Hawaii.
Missing them? Bring them home. Enter to win 2 round trips on Hawaiian Airlines at K5thehometeam.com. 4 tickets to watch UH football versus Cincinnati. 5 nights in Waikiki and $300 in restaurant certificates. Bring them home with Hawaiian Airlines and K5, the home team.
Do you suffer from the symptoms of acid reflux, heartburn, irritable bowel syndrome, or ulcers? If you answered yes, you're not alone. Over 129 million Americans do. Would you like an affordable, drug-free approach to maintaining good stomach health and reducing the acid in your stomach? It's called AloCure, the first certified organic aloe juice dietary supplement, fast becoming an effective, drug-free, and affordable way to naturally soothe your digestive system, balance your stomach acidity, and promote healthy digestion.
AloCure is an all-natural solution that calms stomach acid and allows your body to heal itself. That's why I recommend it to my patients.
Call now and you'll receive 2 bottles of AloCure, our informative booklet, Aloe Vera, a key to good health, plus the AloCure gel. You pay just shipping and handling.
So call 1-800-764-8939 and order now.
KHNL News 8 today, weekdays from 5 to 7. No-nonsense news, weather, and surf, plus the best traffic reports to get you on your way.
On Monday, safety on campus, and we kick off a week full of spooktacular music.
Talk story with KHNL News 8 and see what happens. From Makaha trash and pollution to Honolulu's faulty public tennis courts, KHNL News 8 will tell your story and get action. If you need it cleaned up, cleared up, or solved, call 23-NEWS-8 or email info8@KHNL.com. Talk story with live, local, late-breaking KHNL News 8.
The woman ready to drop $3 million on a Super Bowl ad to find a husband. Plus, cut calories with soda next extra.
Monday night at 9:30 on K5, the home team.
We begin the fourth quarter. Hawaii second down and goal to go on the 16-yard line following the loss on that last play. Look at Greg McMackin. Look of concern.
Look at the turnaround in time of possession.
Huge. Alexander looking end zone, throwing end zone, lofts it up, man open, touchdown, Washington. 16-yard touchdown pass. Second touchdown catch by Michael Washington.
Greg Alexander's going to kill one of his teammates because he's a man of some height and weight. And after he throws his touchdown pass to Michael Washington, he does the flying chest bump and almost knocks Washington out of the park. But this is the second time in this ball game that Washington has run that out into the flats. It's a curl out there into the end zone to make the nice catch. And a touchdown for Hawaii. Nevada twice burned on that same play.
Hawaii now leading 30-17. Kick is up, and it is good by Dan Kelly. So a touchdown pass, 16-yarder. And Hawaii finds themselves with a little breathing room.
To everyone that it's more than some cards you keep in your wallet. It's the air we breathe, the food we eat, the communities we live in. We're Kaiser Permanente, and we're here to spread health.
Irresistible McDonald's iced coffee is now available in 2 delicious new flavors, caramel and sugar-free vanilla. Get yours today.
KHNL News 8 saves you money. Now you can eat out and just pay half. Watch KHNL News 8 today every Thursday at 6:35 a.m. for the featured restaurant. Then log on to KHNL.com and click on the Just Pay Half icon to purchase a $50 gift certificate for just $25. If you want to feature your restaurant on Just Pay Half, give us a call at 847-9308.
So Greg Alexander has stepped to the forefront in the quarterback shuffle by Hawaii. And Alexander passed for 94 yards on that last drive, and for the game now, Alexander is 10 of 12 for 111 yards and 1 touchdown. 16-yard pass for the touchdown to Michael Washington. Washington now with 2 touchdown receptions, a 26-yarder and a 16-yarder.
So even with that play by Greg Alexander, what's the odds of Inoke Funaki coming on for the next offensive possession for Hawaii?
Could happen. It could happen. So Hawaii finally scores in the 4th quarter. There's the kickoff, and it will go to Flood. Flood behind the wall. Flood tripped up as he passes the 20 and is stopped short of the 25-yard line. Richard Torres there on the special teams again.
And you know you're good when you make the tackle on special teams with your back. Torres just got spun around and hit the ball carrier with his back and still brought it down. You got to wonder now, with Greg Alexander stepping up and playing well here, where does this leave Tyler Graunke and Inoke Funaki?
Probably later on here in the 4th quarter. Tell your friends on the continent they can get all the action of over 100 home sports events live as they log on to tvfromhawaii.com. Kaepernick hands the ball off quickly. Tawa, here we go again. Tawa into that Hawaii secondary, and Tawa for excellent yardage and more than enough for a first down. 14-yard gain. Adam Leonard and Desmond Thomas finally diagnosed that Tawa had the ball.
It's the play that in the first half it was Kaepernick keeping the football that kind of killed Hawaii. In the second half, it's Tawa hanging on to it. Had a long touchdown run here in the second half. At that time, look at the numbers on him. 14, 160. He just keeps the legs moving, gets positive yardage.
Wide open at the 45-yard line is Mitchell. And Mitchell is forced out of bounds short of the first down marker by Calvin Roberts. Yeah, but Mitchell caught that ball in a vacant lot.
Yeah, somebody blew the coverage for Hawaii because he was forgotten. Mitchell made the catch. With nobody around him, sets up a second and short, opens up the playbook.
Nevada must play serious football now. No nonsense football. Kaepernick hands the ball to, that is Courtney Randall. And Randall gets the first down as he gets to midfield. Solomon Elimimian there to make the stop.
Well, not only does Elimimian make tackles, set the record, the UH career tackles mark earlier in this ball game, but he hits people with a purpose. Look at number 17 over there. Watch him. He zeroes in, hits that ball carrier, and he tries to go through that guy. That right there is a solid football player, number 17 for Hawaii.
First down for Nevada at the 49-yard line of Hawaii. Kaepernick rolling, looking, throwing. That is complete to Mitchell. Steps out of bounds at the 42. So Nevada moving the ball behind Kaepernick. Kaepernick now, no nonsense. Kaepernick knows that his team is down by 2 touchdowns, and he's got to do something about it.
At times becoming a factor.
Kaepernick now 8 for 17, 71 yards in this game. Still looking for his first touchdown pass. But rushing, he has carried the ball 13 times for 115 yards. Second down and 2.5. Kaepernick keeping. Big hole. Kaepernick inside the 35-yard line. Chasing him down, David Vekuni. Vekuni playing the safety almost on the line, trying to pin Kaepernick in from going around the corner.
This is that misdirection play that's been working for them. Kaepernick reads the hole, fakes the handoff that draws the linebacker in, and Kaepernick with a huge hole.
Now you see Vekuni.
You could have taken a bust through there sideways, and it would have been untouched.
12:55. Much time left here in this fourth quarter for Nevada. Hawaii leading 31-17. Tawa now is in the backfield. Kaepernick back to pass. Eludes one rush. Kaepernick now throws. That is complete at the 10-yard line. Mike McCoy. Eric Robinson covering on the play.
And one of the things they like about Ryan Mouton when he's on defense and blitzing is his ability to keep his feet and not get juked out by the quarterback. Eric Robinson's going to get faked out right here, goes to the turf. He's going to be kicking himself on that one. That allows Kaepernick to buy himself some time and find McCoy down the field right at about the 10-yard line.
And Calvin Roberts was caught in the middle. He didn't know whether to come upfield or stay back. First down at the 10. Nevada, no nonsense. They have marched right up this field. Kaepernick calls a timeout. 12:09 left to play in the game. Hawaii leading 31-17. But that could change in an instant.
You nailed that presentation, man.
Thanks. Oh, yeah. Sell it. Can you believe this market?
Here's your snack.
Grown-ups need snacks too. That's why I'm introducing Pita Snacks, a choice of fish, sirloin steak, crispy or grilled chicken, topped with a smoky chipotle sauce served on warm pita bread.
Oh, give it! Give it! Keep cooking!
Are you a crazy fan of UH? Do you think you're wacky enough to win a trip to Las Vegas? Take a photo of your kookiest, looniest look as a UH fanatic and upload it on K5thehometeam.com. The craziest fan wins a trip for 2 to Las Vegas from Vacations Hawaii. See details at K5thehometeam.com and get crazy. On November 4th, your vote will make a difference, and KHNL News 8 and K5 News will be right there with you with complete live, local, late-breaking coverage of Decision 2008.
On this drive, Kaepernick, one rush for 7 yards, but he's 3 for 3 in passing for 41 yards. Win big with the satisfying and delicious Super Sack Big Mac Monday meal at McDonald's. Get a free Big Mac with the purchase of a Big Mac extra value meal every Monday morning during the UH football season at participating McDonald's. First down, Kaepernick. Tawa behind him in that pistol. Kaepernick to Tawa. Tawa at the line of scrimmage. And they play tussle and hustle with him. Kiala Watson was there. John Fonoti. And they were able to double team him.
John Fonoti has stepped up big time in this ball game. He has made plays all night long. Made another one right there to string out Tawa and stop the Wolfpack attack with no gain.
Mike McCoy comes in. Flank to the far side. Mitchell to the near side. Second down. Ball just outside the 10-yard line. Kaepernick rolling. Looking end zone. Still looking. Now running. 10. Kaepernick gets hit. Oh, he gets dumped at the 5-yard line. Huge hit by Adam Leonard. Kaepernick just bounces up and walks back to the Nevada side of the ball as if nothing happened, but he took a lick.
Adam Leonard stringing it out, number 44. He's kind of stuck out there in no man's land and trying to decide, do I play coverage or do I come up? And once he crosses the line of scrimmage, he comes hard with the lumber, and Adam Leonard letting Colin Kaepernick know that he's out there on the field. Look out for number 44. Here comes the crowd.
Big third down play here. Tawa, Kaepernick, triple wide receiver. To the left, tight end to the right. Kaepernick looking end zone, throws end zone. That is incomplete. They're looking for a interference call, and they are not going to get it. That flag does not come fluttering in. It was intended for Marco Mitchell, covering on the play, Calvin Roberts.
That's a little surprising. Let's see how they play this, how they call this. Wow, that's a surprising no call right there. Chris Ault is not happy with that.
No, he's not. He cannot be with that call.
And this is the play of the game so far. 10:35 left, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Listen to this crowd.
Ball at the 5-yard line. Kaepernick lofts it into the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Great play. Great play by Marco Mitchell. Mitchell defeated Calvin Roberts.
All he did was run out into the flat, ran away from Roberts, and he had to turn around and actually wait for the football to get there. Boy, and a big play right there on fourth down going Nevada's way. Take a look at it as Marco Mitchell just runs away from Roberts. He's waiting for it to get there. Roberts tried to do the chest bump on him instead of getting their hands up there to knock the ball away, and it's a catch and a touchdown for Nevada on a long drive for them.
Talk about a gamble by Nevada. They're right back in this game. Jekyll for the extra point. He kicks yet another one. Jekyll came into this 35 for 35, and he leads everybody in the nation as far as attempts. Is about 196. So he has a very active, accurate leg. So does Brett Jekyll.
And how about Colin Kaepernick right there on that drive, leading his team down for the touchdown. Number 10, the quarterback for Nevada. We mentioned it earlier last week in a game against Utah State with about a minute left before game time. His coach, Chris Ault, actually pulled him from the starting lineup, said afterward that he thought his quarterback was not mentally prepared to play football. That's a tough statement to take if you're the quarterback. He did get some playing time later in that ball game, did Kaepernick, to lead Nevada to the win over Utah State. But not the most pleasant of roads between coach and quarterback, but right there that time it worked as Nevada gets a touchdown that they desperately needed.
So Kaepernick now 10 for 20 and passing 101 yards, and that was his first touchdown throw. And that throw went to Marco Mitchell. And Mitchell, that's his 5th touchdown catch of the season. So now it's 31-24. This game far from decided, and in a game that you could characterize maybe as answer back, it's Hawaii's turn to answer back.
And it'll be interesting to see who comes out here to quarterback the offense.
Jekyll kicking off. And it will go to Malcolm Lane. Here comes Malcolm. inside Nevada territory to the 49-yard line. Cameron Bain finally makes the tackle for Nevada. That was almost instant answer back. 47-yard return.
Wayne has been getting it done on special teams in this ball game. He just goes right down the middle, and it just turns on the Jets. It's a matter of them trying to get a hold of him, and he just keeps motoring right down the field, takes it just inside the Nevada Wolfpack territory. Greg Alexander comes out. Both he and Funaki were out there standing next to Nick Rolovich, the quarterback's coach, and Rolovich looked over at Alexander and said, "Get out there, baby, you're a guy."
So Alexander continues at quarterback. First down from the 49-yard line. Wright Jackson gets the handoff. Jackson trying to get around the corner, looking for blocking. And Jackson, very short gain. Only to about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard more. I don't know. Jared Silva Purcell made the tackle for Nevada, along with Kevin Baspett. And it is no gain. No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
So Greg Alexander needs to make some plays here. He's been auditioning, and so far he's played very well for this Hawaii football team. But, you know, it's what have you done for me lately, especially with the way they've been rotating quarterbacks in this game.
Second down and 10. Another handoff. With it is Wright Jackson. Jackson, very short game. That will set up a passing situation here. James Michael Johnson made the stop. So Hawaii trying to go back to the ground, and they're finding the going very tough. So Alexander, who engineered a 94-yard touchdown draw. This is a huge play for Hawaii. Hawaii led just into this fourth quarter by 2 touchdowns. Now they lead by 1 touchdown. Alexander looking sideline, chased out of the pocket, in trouble. Deep trouble. Now throws. Incomplete. That'll be 4th down. Ryan Mutong, the intended receiver, but again, pressure. And Hawaii will have to punt it away.
Yeah, Alexander had pressure on him almost from the get-go. Managed to get away from the first guy, but on a dead run, not able to complete the pass to the sideline. Gives Tim Crasso a chance to try to pin Nevada back inside the 20 as he punts it from midfield.
Adam Lorenzo chased him into the sideline. So here is Grasso. This is a huge punt, trying to pin him back, trying to get Nevada deep in their own territory. Excellent snap, gets the kick away. Fair catch being called. Lands at the 15, inside the 5. It's touchdown at the 1.
Joe Pierre Davis, again, second time in this contest that he has gone down as the gunner and stopped the ball from rolling into the end zone. And again, Nevada will have to start from very, very deep in their territory. Take a look at number 9 right here as he tracks down the bouncing football.
Here you see the fair catch call by Antoine Thompson.
Goes right over Thompson's head, and Joe Pierre Davis just sits it, lets it grow. Rolls right to the 1-yard line. This is a tough place to start a drive for Nevada, down 7, looking to get back in this contest. If you're Hawaii, you go after Kaepernick right here and unleash it.
Tawa in the end zone. And we have a penalty flag. We may have a false start on Nevada. If that's half the distance.
False start. 63 offense.
You're going to have to measure it with an eye drop.
Yeah, you have to play it safe right here to defend against the quick pass. You don't want to get burned deep, but if you're in that front 4, now is the time to come up with the charge. Just lay it out on the line. A safety right here would be huge with 8:32 left.
Kaepernick in the end zone. Throws. That is complete and knocked out of bounds at about the 9-yard line, short of the first down, is Mitchell again. Mitchell, moments ago, the touchdown receptor. Calvin Roberts playing on that side, and maybe Nevada thinks that they can really move the ball against Roberts because Roberts is only 5'11", and Mitchell is 6'3".
A simple football, just run an out pattern just to buy yourself some space. A virtual replay of first down, because half the distance to the goal didn't mean much in this situation, and Nevada with a gutsy call to move it out and buy themselves some room.
Another big play in this game. Kaepernick keeping Kaepernick rolling. Kaepernick over the 9-yard line, but he doesn't get the first down. Jamil Dowling strung him out, and finally made him run out of room.
This is 3-man defense by Hawaii. David Vaikune wants to get the pressure to force Kaepernick outside. And then it's Dowling to finish it up and just lays the hat to stop him short of the first down. Here comes the crowd again.
And look at this. 3rd down and 2. This is a huge play. Huge.
Tight formation allows Hawaii to pack in that front right here.
Kaepernick hands the ball to Tawa. He's hit immediately. Preston Satele.
They had a guy split out to the far side and a slot out there, but you put 2 corners out there. Everybody else for the Nevada offense is packed in the middle. That allows the Hawaii defense to pack the middle, and Satele just plays it perfectly. Keeps his head up, looks for the ball carrier, slices between offensive linemen, makes a huge defensive play.
Jekyll will kick out of the end zone. Aaron Bain deep for Hawaii. Credit to Hawaii defense. They have forced this punt. A wobbler, not a good punt. Staying away from it is Bain, and it will go all the way to the 37-yard line of Hawaii.
But you can put that one. You can put that one on Tim Grasso and Joe Pierre Davis, getting it done on special teams to pin Nevada back on their end of the field. That got them off on a bad start. The Hawaii defense able to rise to the occasion, get the stop, and now with 6:39 left, Hawaii gets the football. Here comes Greg Alexander again with a chance to add to this slim Hawaii lead.
Hawaii has the ball at their own 37-yard line, and the clock says 6 minutes and 39 seconds. So with a 1-touchdown lead, that clock will become more and more friendly as it counts down. First down for Hawaii. Alexander, and the handoff to Libre. He gets smacked down.
He got popped. He got lifted. Jerome Johnson, 6'1", 240. He's already low to the ground as it is. He came up to meet Libre. Libre's talking to him like, not a problem. But Johnson, number 54, came through and laid the lumber.
Celebrate a safe and fun-filled UH Green Halloween next week at the Stan Sheriff Center. Keiki can trick-or-treat with the UH student athletes, and parents can enter to win a trip to Las Vegas courtesy of the California Hotel and Casino. 2nd down and 2. Alexander throws. That is complete. And with it is Mouton. And Mouton has the first down.
Boy, Greg Alexander quickly becoming a fan favorite right here. The quick out pattern, put some zip on the football. Ryan Mouton, like you mentioned before, not many people in the WAC are going to keep up with him. He runs a simple out pattern, a big game for Hawaii. The clock continues to roll.
17-yard pickup for Hawaii. They have the ball now at the Nevada 43-yard line.
So far, this Ryan Mouton experiment on offense, second half especially, it has paid off.
Hawaii has become more active in this second half than they have in many games. Alexander, a handoff. That didn't look good at all, that handoff. Gives it to Libre, and Libre is just left to his own devices. And they just kind of put him in a mix master over here.
And to make it worse, there's going to be a flag thrown, I believe, against Hawaii.
Holding. 77 offense. 10-yard penalty. Previous spot. Replay first down.
Aaron Kia called for the hold.
Aaron Kia is number 77. There's the hold right here against Bospit. You know, sometimes you don't like a holding penalty, but sometimes you'll take it. When it protects your skilled position players like that, you'll take it. It sets up a first down and very long, but it keeps everybody alive and the drive alive. We'll see what Greg Alexander can do right here. He's known for that arm. On 1st and 20, you got to figure it. Even with the clock running down here, coming up on 5 minutes, Hawaii's going to have to put it up in the air.
Triple wide receiver to the left. Alexander in at quarterback. in trouble. Alexander in deep trouble. Alexander running, sacked. Loses 2 yards. And the offensive line, again, having problems for Hawaii. I mean, they are not giving Alexander any time back there to get in position to either hand the ball off or throw the pass.
6th sack of the game for the Nevada Wolfpack defense. Greg Alexander, though, not letting the football out of his grasp, hanging on to that football. A turnover right here would be absolutely gut-wrenching. But that time he kept the football. No turnover there. Hawaii lives to battle on another down.
Lorenzo credited with the sack, the pressure by Moak. 2nd down and a time zone to go. 22 yards. Alexander looking sideline. Alexander, he will run. Alexander will not run far enough. Gets back inside Nevada territory to the 48.
But the Hawaii coaches, they'll take this. Look at that clock, top of your screen. It's continuing to run. No turnovers. The clock continues to roll. We just saw it. We saw it a couple of times. And Joe Pierre Davis pinning Hawaii on special teams, pinning Nevada on special teams. But right now, Hawaii, they'll play that field position game as long as the clock continues to roll.
3rd down and 14. Ball at the 48 of Nevada. Alexander throws. That's complete. Not enough for the 1st down. So getting up across there is Lane, Malcolm Lane. Short pass was complete, but not enough. Mike Evans coming on the play for Nevada.
And if Hawaii plays this thing right, they're going to snap the ball with about 2:32 left in the game. Tim Grasso's going to be punting from his own 45. And we'll see if he can pin Nevada back deep.
But can he do it again? I mean, he's done it twice already inside the 5-yard line. Can he do it again?
He's going to let it roll. Take the 5-yard penalty. Move back a little bit. Run off as much time as you can off the clock.
Dead ball. Delay. Offense.
Fine. My math is actually serving me. I said 2:32. It was down to 2:31. Not bad.
This is the thing that bothers me. And, you know, I could be way out on a limb here, but they are facing a team that's ranked 119th in pass defense. And have we seen too many run attempts here at this point in the game?
Well, you know, they've been conservative through the first part of the season. In the early part of the second half, they did open it up a little bit more, especially after Alexander got in there. But, you know, at this point in the season, Hawaii need a win.
2 minutes, 32 seconds.
See, and I was right.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm on a roll today. Doesn't happen often.
Here's Grasso. Here's Grasso. There will be pundits that analyze this game, no matter who wins. Waiting for the snap. Grasso angling for the sideline.
It's going to be right
Does it
there.
have another chance?
No.
Goes into the end zone. And now, with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left, it will be Nevada's ball, 45-yard punt, a no return, and the game in the balance.
I can teach somebody to be a good dancer, but I can't teach somebody to love the hula. I keep the dances that I learned as pure as I can because that's our link to the past. And if I don't teach those to my students, then those hula will not survive. That's what tradition is.
Born and bred in these islands, only one airline is Hawaiian.
Zero, nada, bagel, nothing, zero. Zero is a good thing, especially
especially when you're talking about interest rates. So here's a really good thing. For the first time ever, you can finance a select new Toyota at 0% APR. 2009 Camrys, 2008 Tacomas, Siennas, Highlanders, 4Runners, RAV4s, Tundras, FJ Cruisers, all at 0%. Toyota Hawaii's 0% event, now at your Toyota dealers of Hawaii.
What you can do now to help save your kids in the future.
Certainly controversial.
Plus, pregnant and still working.
It's a lot of pressure on women.
Could you pull the plug on a loved one?
As a doctor, you may need to say, whoa, wait a minute.
This is one show you can't miss. The Doctors.
Monday at 4 on KHNL NBC 8.
Drive home with live local late breaking, KHNL News 8.
Every weeknight, listen to KHNL News 8 at 6 and K5 News at 6:30 on Coral FM 101.1.
A reminder that Central Pacific Bank sponsors the Loyalty Award by donating $100 toward the Central Pacific Bank Endowed Scholarship Fund for every touchdown Hawaii scores. Central Pacific Bank, a member of the FDIC, fiercely loyal banking. Now, Kaepernick is up against it, but he is no nonsense. And we saw when he gets into that mood, he can really move this team. Tawa is behind him. Kaepernick looking over the middle, now throws. That is complete out to the 35-yard line to Virgil Green, the tight end. 15-yard gain.
And we might have a roughing the passer flag. Oh, it's holding. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm sorry. It is personal foul.
15 yards at the end of the completion, first down.
Wow, this drive could not have started any better for Hawaii, or any better for Nevada, any worse for Hawaii. Big gain on first down, tackle on 15 on the personal foul call. Let's take a look at it. That's a shot to the head. They're going to call that every time. McCoy on the other end makes the nice catch. Boy, and just like that, 2:15 left, and Nevada has the ball at the middle of the field.
McCoy now with 4 catches. We mentioned that Virgil Green, it was not Green, it was McCoy. So the ball at the 50-yard line, and this is perfect for Kaepernick. Kaepernick with it, being chased, now throws. That is complete to Mitchell. Mitchell came back, made the reception, and steps out of bounds at the 35.
Mitchell
stops the clock. Stops the clock.
Huge play, because he came in and Dowling missed the tackle that would have kept the clock running if he had tackled him inbounds, but he just spins right away from Dowling and then hops to the outside. And watch the end of this play. This is the kind of stuff that doesn't show up in the stat book, but this is huge if you're going to win a ball game. Watch him get away from Dowling, and then with some free space in front of him, just run straight out of bounds. And instead of staying in bounds with the clock running, the clock stops. It's a huge play for Nevada.
First down at the 35. Kaepernick with time, throws, and he was hit as he threw. And the ball didn't have any flight characteristics to it. Solomon Elimimian coming up the middle. That'll bring up second down. That stops the clock with 1 minute and 43 seconds left.
Elimimian just beats this guy to the punch, comes through untouched.
Hawaii leading 31-24. Tawa and Kaepernick. Double wide receiver to the left. Mike McCoy is split to the right. Kaepernick steps up, throws long, wide open, and unable to get to it is Mike McCoy. He was running by himself up the near sideline.
The Nevada offense much more efficient when they're running the football. They can throw it. Don't get me wrong, Nevada can throw the football, but that's definitely not when they're at their best. They're better when they're doing misdirection running plays, and that time McCoy, he had a clean shot at a touchdown, and Kaepernick put it just too far out in front.
So now here's third down. And in this game, in third down conversion, Nevada has been superb. He'll run, now he'll throw, touchdown! Incredible. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. Eric Robinson attempted to cover that play. 34-yard touchdown to Marco Mitchell.
They're going to call Dowling for holding the receiver here on the near side. I don't think it's going to matter much at all because it's obviously a touchdown on the other side. But look at Nevada. They just come down and just slice through the Hawaii defense.
Holding, defense, decline, touchdown.
34-yard touchdown pass from Kaepernick to Mitchell. And Kaepernick started to run. That pulled the defense and started to pay attention to him. And then all of a sudden, wide open for the touchdown was Mitchell. Mitchell beat Eric Robinson.
Not a good series for the Hawaii defense.
Now the extra point.
And
he hasn't missed. He hasn't missed in a long time. Kick is up, and it is good, and we are tied at 31.
So now the question is, did Nevada score too quickly?
Hawaii will have a chance to win the game.
Dan Kelly, they call him the Iceman for a reason. He's turned it around here in the end of the season, the second half of the season, as you take another look at this Nevada touchdown. Look at that. That's an easy run away from the defender, Chris Wellington, getting the touchdown pass right there. But now with a $1:31 left, boy, remember this drive started with Nevada, got the ball with 2:32 left. They take 1 minute and 1 second and turn it into a score. Wow.
Kaepernick now 14 of 26, 173 yards and 2 touchdowns. And in receiving, Marco Mitchell 6 for 55 yards and 1 touchdown.
53 seconds on the scoring drive because some of that time was on the punt by Hawaii to Nevada. But boy, that'll set you up now for Dan Kelly. Look at him. It's like any other ball game to him. He's the ace in the hole for Hawaii right now as they need only a field goal with a $1:31 left.
And he's thinking, deja vu in my yearly clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Nevada was the team where he had to, on the road last year, twice at the end of the game, kick game-winning field goals. One, he made it, but Chris Hall called a timeout right before the kick. The snap got off, so he had to go back and do it again, and he did it twice at Nevada. It's deja vu all over again.
45-yarders. Ball is fumbled, picked up, and now the whistle blows. Richard Torres was involved on that play. So they'll let Richard Torres called for the fair catch, but he didn't catch it. Did he touch it? Ball comes off. There's Torres. He picks it up. And then the whistle blows.
It's not a penalty because it wasn't Torres that called for the fair catch.
Yeah. David Farmer in the backfield with Alexander. Alexander in trouble again.
Wow.
Alexander looking, now throws, lobs it. That is complete and out of bounds at the 39-yard line is Ryan Mouton.
Boy, Mouton, he was alone by himself. If Alexander had just a second more time to lob this thing perfectly, that would have been a quick touchdown for Hawaii. Watch this, when Alexander gets out into the flat, he's going to lob it up, and Mouton has to hang there for it. If he had just thrown it right out in front of him, Mouton would still be running.
First down for Hawaii at their own 39-yard line. The clock, the most important character in this game right now. 1:22 left. So you look at Alexander, Greg Alexander, 12 of 15, 136 yards and a touchdown. Alexander looking left, in trouble, now throws. It is incomplete. Threw the ball into the stands or into the bench area. Ryan Mouton again, the intended receiver. But it's just that the offensive line is not giving Alexander time to let the patterns ripen.
But they have shown in this game, now granted, Nevada is stepping up here with the game on the line, but the Hawaii offensive line, somebody needs to take charge. John Estes, the leader of that offensive line, number 55, the center, needs to look at his guys and say, guys, now is the time for us to make a play. We can win this ball game with 1:16 left.
Mouton and Lane are flanked to the right side. Washington and Salas to the near side. Alexander throwing for Washington. He's got it.
There you see it. The offensive line steps up, gives Alexander time to stand back there in the pocket, read through his progressions, hits Washington out on the flat. That's the second time, or out of the deep curl pattern, excuse me. Washington has run that pattern all night long, and not only does he make the catch, watch it, bring it into control, run it out of bounds, and that stops the clock.
109 left. Now the ball is on the 44-yard line of Nevada. Hawaii with a perfect opportunity here. Farmer and Alexander in the shotgun. Salas and Washington are to the near side. Alexander chased out of the pocket, now throws, coming back and getting the ball, and stepping out is Malcolm Lane. Short game, stops the clock.
Well, Greg Alexander's growing into this position, bought himself some time again as he fought away from the rush. But Greg Alexander playing some great football right here at a time when Hawaii needs it most.
Here come the Warriors. Chance to win this game. We are tied at 31. Well, it has been a battle.
It has. Look at McMackin. Greg McMackin thinking nothing comes easy in this life.
Alexander. Short shotgun this time. Alexander lays it off. It doesn't get there. May have been tipped. Was intended for Salas. Baspet put his hand up. That play was not well executed at all.
It's hard to go against your instincts if you're Greg Salas. Everything about you as a receiver is to catch the football, but you'd almost like to have seen him drop that one. Oh, it is an incomplete pass.
It is.
I thought he caught it. Let's take a look at it again.
Oh, it came out of his hand.
It just slipped out of his hands.
Yeah.
See, and then we're perfectly lined up here in the press box. It looked like Salas caught that, but it did hit the ground, and that's a break for Hawaii. It saves them 4 yards.
Second down and third down and about 8 yards to go. This is a huge play. Hawaii, no doubt, is in 4-down territory here. 59 seconds left.
Yeah, they need about another 7 yards to put this right at Dan Kelly's long distance range.
Again, double wides. That offensive line has got to give Alexander time to throw the ball. Alexander trying to run to the 40, to the 35. First down.
That is a play that will sit in the mind of Greg Alexander. Boy, he needed a play. His team needed him to make one. Wasn't the prettiest, but it'll move the chains. But Greg Alexander playing lights-out football. Not the prettiest football, but Hawaii will take it. Take another look at this. It breaks down on him. This is where Funaki was dangerous. Greg Alexander showing he can do it too. Look at the move right there in the linebacker. Gets it just enough yards. Takes a couple of shots at the end. Greg Alexander growing into this position right before your very eyes.
First down, the ball at the 33-yard line, just outside the 33. Whistles blow. Timeout has been called.
Timeout by Hawaii.
Timeout. Hawaii.
39 seconds left.
Lots of choices here.
It's confusing.
Look, most major sports are shot on Sony HD cameras.
So if sports are shot on a Sony, shouldn't you watch them on one?
Yes. I don't really like sports.
Nothing's better for sports than a Sony Bravia HD TV. High definition. It's in Sony's DNA.
Hi, I need a new checking account.
All right, let's start with the features that you want. From our Mega Super Checking Matrix.
It looks complicated.
Yes, it does. Choose, please.
Online bill pay, overdraft coverage, ID theft protection, travel rewards.
All right, that'll be $348 a year.
What?
Oh, we'll take it out every month. You won't even notice.
With ASB free checking, you get all the features you want with no hidden fees.
Ooh, sales tax.
Only at American Savings Bank.
Attention taxpayers. Do you owe back taxes? Are you facing an IRS lien or wage garnishment? Then call the Rely On Group right now to immediately end wage garnishments. remove tax liens, and eliminate IRS and state tax penalties. Call the number on your screen now to find out how we can help you cut your tax liabilities by 50% or more.
Tax relief is just one phone call away. Call 800-460-1306. That's 800-460-1306.
You're watching K5, the home team.
Well, there you see the score, tied at 31. There you see the time, 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The ball is on the 33-yard line. Hawaii needs to get it as close as possible for Dan Kelly. Alexander has played most of this second half. Alexander trying to run again. He does. Alexander gets to the 30-yard line, but that clock will tick. 30 seconds left. This will be about a 50-yard field goal if Kelly comes out. So Hawaii calls another timeout.
Yeah, it'll be about 46 yards from this point if they put the ball down on the 30-yard line. About 46, 47 yards, well within Dan Kelly's range. But you know, you'd like to get that ball just a little closer.
One thing in Kelly's favor, there is no wind. It is still.
And it's not raining. Unlike it's been for most of this ball game in a driving rainstorm. The second half has been rain-free. And it's always good to have a kicker who's been there and done that. He's a senior. Nothing's going to faze him.
So now there's 31 seconds left. Hawaii trying to get, again, as close as possible for Dan Kelly. It is second down. And about 7 yards to go for the first down. The ball at the 30. They have to go to about the 23, just short of the 23 for the first down. But that's of little consequence now. What is hanging in the balance, of course, is a word that has so much joy to it, and at the same time it has so much frustration, and it's called victory. Alexander putting on the hat. Second down. Malcolm Lane to the far side, triple wide receiver to the near side, and we have.
It's going to be a judgment call right here. The defensive lineman jumped. From Greg Alexander's perspective, they're going to call that against Hawaii. The defensive line jumped across. The offensive lineman flinched.
This is a huge call.
They're going to call it
Dead ball. False
tough call.
Offense.
That's a tough call. Let's take a look at that again. No, yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call by the officials right there.
Aaron Kia.
Take it from him when it's bad. You give it to him when it's good. That's a good call. Both offensive linemen on that side flinched. That sets Hawaii back. Now you're looking at 52 yards from this distance on a field goal.
You still have 31 seconds, but that clock ticking down. Hawaii doesn't want to be penalized again, and they call another timeout. Indecision here.
Wow. Well, it's not good to have your home crowd booing you with a chance with 30 seconds left to get the winning field goal. That timeout took a little bit of the took a little buzz out of the stadium.
So that's Hawaii's last timeout.
Well, how about the play of Greg Alexander in this ball game? He is not even, he was number 2 in the depth chart, but the platoon system that they went with put Graunke in there in the first half with the number 2 quarterback. And now Alexander comes in unexpectedly to start the second half. And his numbers 15 of 20, 170 yards, and a touchdown. Now, the two-headed monster at quarterback for Hawaii just became a three-headed monster.
Yeah, and you know, what kind of psychological trauma will that cause? I mean, that's going to be a matter of discussion too. But back to matters of a more immediate nature. And that is, the ball has been now pushed back to the 35-yard line. Hawaii needs, with 31 seconds, to get as close as possible for Dan Kelly.
And Hawaii,
they have no timeouts left.
The play that has been working all night long for Hawaii is that Mike Washington lines up in the slot, just runs that curl, about 10, 12 yards down the field, curls it to the out, and Alexander puts the ball on him. Let's see if Hawaii comes back with them. Washington is the third guy in right here.
Huge play.
They go the other way.
That is complete inside the 25-yard line to the 24, and Lane steps out of bounds to stop the clock with 27 seconds left. Hawaii has another opportunity. That may have been the most important play of the game. It did not give Hawaii a first down, but it's third down, less than a yard. Hawaii has 27 seconds.
And because of that timeout now, you can't run it here. You would think that you can't run it because then you'd have to hurry the field goal unit out here with 27 seconds left.
I'm sure the field goal unit is chomping at the bit.
I mean, if you're going to get a first down here to try to run some clock, now you got to throw it.
Ball is thrown deep for the end zone. Caught! Is that caught? Yes! What a play! What a play!
Welcome to the University of Hawaii backfield. Greg Alexander put that baby right on the money. Well, that's the stuff that Hawaii fans will remember a long time. No flags down on the field, and he put it down perfectly to Malcolm Lane.
Malcolm Lane came out of nowhere. Went up the sidelines. Did you expect that? I didn't expect it.
Did not.
No one here expected that play, and neither did Nevada. Lane gathers it in. He beats Mike Evans. And Hawaii now is way out in front.
Boy,
with 20 seconds left. Instead of the field goal, they have the touchdown.
So much for Hawaii being conservative on their offensive play calls. That one on 3rd and 1. They go with the slide on the far sideline, and Malcolm Lane makes what could be the play of the year.
And they even survive a false start. Here comes the official. Are they going to replay this?
They are looking at it. They look at every play, but this one's going to go all Hawaii.
Oh, the foot is down. The foot is down. The possession is made.
Malcolm Lane, and how about the throw? He's got a guy pulling on his left arm. Kevin Grimes back there in coverage, pulling on his arm.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
And this place goes crazy. Malcolm Lane with a terrific catch with a guy pulling on his arm. Still goes up there to make the catch. Nobody in this ballpark thought it was going to be a fly pattern. It was. And how about Greg Alexander? Wow.
So Hawaii comes back with a surprise play to everybody in the stadium, and Alexander pinpoints the pass to Malcolm Lane. And the PAT is good by Dan Kelly. Now the question is, did Hawaii score too early?
You never can tell. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left on the clock. And take a look at this. Alexander again. Offensive line gave him just enough time, and it's just like you're throwing a fly pattern. Short of the end zone when you throw it close to the end zone, but that one was from distance, and Malcolm Lane with a great catch with a guy pulling on his arm. Kevin Grimes from Nevada pulling on his arm, still makes the catch. Wow, and Greg Alexander, he is going to be the big man on campus this week.
This game is not over yet. There are 20 seconds left. Nevada has 2 timeouts, and they also have a quarterback by the name of Colin Kaepernick. It is not over yet.
And they've had some good returns. Some long plays to score, 61 yards on one scoring run, 79 yards on another. And you're exactly right, Jim. Chris Alt eschewed the headset with 20 seconds left. But there's still some time here. Greg McMackin got some work to do before he can crack a smile.
So Dan Kelly will kick off. Wellington and Flood are deep. And each of them have come running with the ball with great determination all throughout this game. A squib kick goes down, goes down. It is caught by one of the up men. He touched his knee on the 23-yard line.
Yeah, he went down like a baseball shortstop to field that.
That
Except
is
in football, that'll put you down.
Talaiasi Puloka, one of the tight ends. So that puts Nevada back at their own 23-yard line. 19 seconds left.
So if you're Hawaii, you go at 2 defensive linemen here. You got to play it back because Kaepernick, we're going to see what kind of arm he has because he has to air it out. With 19 seconds left, you need a touchdown here. He's going to have to go airborne.
Hawaii's got to put the pressure on him. But Kaepernick is the kind of quarterback that he can all of a sudden be in the open field and cause nothing but trouble. 19 seconds left. Crowd chanting defense. Kaepernick to throw. Kaepernick chased out of the pocket. Kaepernick at the 25 to 30 and runs out of bounds at the 37-yard line. You see, it's not over yet. 14 seconds left. 14-yard gain by Kaepernick. He is scary.
For the Hawaii defense, they're in a prevent here. Everybody's downfield guarding against the pass. So when Kaepernick breaks it open, he's running for a few seconds before somebody from the secondary can come up there and get in his face. But they are still 64 yards away.
14 seconds left. Hawaii leading by a touchdown, 38-31. Kaepernick back to pass in the pocket, trying to be chased. He is being chased. Now he throws. It is almost picked off. That ball was thrown low. Covering on the play was Funaki. He was chasing him out of the pocket. And Dowling was deep.
And Mike McCoy better thank his lucky stars that that pass was underthrown, because if it was on the money, Jamil Dowling was in position to blow him up coming across the middle. But as the ball came short, Dowling broke off to go for the football. Boy, and if that was on the money, McCoy he'd be seeing stars right now.
And credit the defensive line that time for Hawaii putting the pressure on Kaepernick. Chased him out of the pocket, made him throw, perhaps before he wanted to. 7 seconds left. Second down and 10. Kaepernick, sideline pattern, and that's incomplete. Almost intercepted.
Yeah.
Almost intercepted by Jamil Dowling.
And now if you're Hawaii, everybody's back. Everybody's back. It's Hail Mary time for Nevada.
This would be a storybook finish for this team, this Hawaii team that has been frustrated in recent weeks, that has had the quarterback shuffle going on, that has had trouble with their offensive line, giving up many points, 4 seconds away from a big win. Big win. Kaepernick back to pass, and we have a penalty flag. Kaepernick sets up, comes back to the near side, is hit, down. The ball comes out. Is the game over? We have a penalty flag.
If it's an offensive penalty, we'll head to the locker room. If it's a defensive penalty, we'll have an untimed down. And you can see from Nevada, it's on them. They're not a happy team.
It's over.
Illegal formation. Offense. Decline.
What a win for the University of Hawaii.
Huge win for Hawaii. Huge win. Hawaii comes from behind. And there's the policeman. See? Yeah. He's got to have policemen. Now why? Why would you do that? That's an insult to Hawaii's people, to bring your own policeman from Reno.
Yeah, well, maybe those two guys are just looking for a free trip out here, you know?
Maybe they won a contest. There's the smile. Wins it 38-31. This was the 13th meeting between these two teams. Hawaii now leads all time over Nevada 7-6. It was a battle. Bank of Hawaii recognizes tonight's most outstanding players. For Nevada, it was Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick in passing was 14 of 28, 173 yards and 2 touchdowns. And in rushing, Kaepernick ran the ball 18 times for 139 yards. He is a tremendous athlete and leader on this Nevada football team. And for Hawaii, it was Greg Alexander. Alexander who waited his turn. Alexander who was patient. And Alexander could come in and light up the ragtime band and be the conductor in the second half. He was 17 of 22 in passing, 205 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Alexander carried the ball 9 times for 21 yards. He played a very important game. And there is a coach that really put everything into this victory for Hawaii over Nevada. Time now for the Red Star Moment, sponsored by Heineken. It's all about the beer. Heineken. And it has to be the touchdown play to Malcolm Lane.
Yeah, Greg Alexander's going to remember this one. So is Malcolm Lane with Kevin Grimes pulling on him, makes the catch. That's a big play for Hawaii, ends up being the game winner. They reviewed it. It was confirmed. Look at Greg Alexander. He's loving that. That's his chance right there. And he made the most of it. 17 of 22, as he said, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 half of football. And he was still platooned with Inoke Funaki there for a little bit of that second quarter. And that's the kind of numbers that Hawaii fans are used to out of their quarterback.
UH total offense in the first half, only 42 yards. In the second half, 269 yards for 311 yards for the game. Next week, the Warriors are back on the road for a Saturday morning WAC matchup against the Aggies of Utah State. You can catch that game on Oceanic pay-per-view. Until then, everybody here at the stadium tonight had to put up with the elements, had to put up with the weather, and they had to put up with the seesaw game, answer back game. Finally, in the final seconds, Hawaii able to pull it out. Russell Yamanoha has been working with me again tonight. And Russ, what did you think about the game? I mean, you were here, you saw it. It was an exciting affair.
It was. Both teams with 14 points in that wild fourth quarter, but Hawaii got theirs when they needed it. They pick up a big win and send Nevada packing back to Nevada.
This has been another exclusive sports presentation of K5, the home team.
Hot celebrity news and much